All right. Should be back here in a quick second. I was gonna go on a fucking stretch break too, but that's so much more awkward after going offline. Oh man, let me get the new link out for YouTube. For Twitch, it's not a big deal. For Twitch, you just refresh. Literally not a big deal. Twitch is easy peasy. YouTube is a little unfortunate. This global chat was right. He dead. Yeah, rest in peace, man. AI Patrouski in business. I'm gonna send the new link. Wait, this is fucking awesome. Okay. I wonder if I can show this. This is so funny. My wife, dude, I don't know what the fuck businesses are doing, bro. My wife is playing Zoomer trivia right now at work. She's about to fucking mog every 40-year-old at her job. She's about to fucking ace this. She's been training for this quiz her whole life. I'm about to tell it. You've been training for this your whole life. Mog them, babe. She's about to fucking dumpster them. If a post on Instagram is getting ratioed, what does that imply? This is fucking awesome. What does your wife work for? I can't say. Unironically. But it's a based company, okay? I've heard Mog before. I'm too old to know what that is. Wait, Mog was it? Oh, goodness. Dox her Pog. Dox your wife, Pog! That's kind of fun. I don't know why that's so funny. So many bad stories about them. She works for a very unique company. A really good company. I don't even know if company is the right word. They're good memers. Okay. Do. I can't believe my fucking stream crashed. Sorry about that, fellas. Should be back. Okay. I only have Kanto Unova unlocked. I've noticed Kanto gyms are much easier than Jodo Unova. It's ideal to do all the gyms during the reruns. Yeah, it's ideal to skip certain ones for sure. For sure. Like skipping Cinnabar, like Island and Kanto, for example. See, a true 10 chicken. True. I'm proficient in Zoomerology. If only that was the fuck. If only that was the main requirement, Usopp. I wish, dude. The problem is setup is kind of dog shit in raids, Cinco, because raids are so strong. They just one-shot you. Like, if you were to try to belly drum Ozermil against raids, they would just kill you before you could ever get an attack off. Raids, the way raids work right now is just you do as much raw. You set up with like Weather and Tailwind, and then use things like Choice Spec, Solar Power Charizard, Volcarona, you know, just big damage dealers off the bat, like Chandelure. Any setup was the metagame, like tanky setup, like Stored Power, Iron Defense, Calm Mind. That was the setup when the first raids came out, but now, like, pretty much all raids and just one-shot you, so you're just doing as much damage as possible before dying and trying to kill the boss before they kill you. That's the main. So Belly Drum would not work currently, but that was... Yeah, setup was the meta for exactly one... like event, maybe even one event season. I don't know. Wasn't that long, unfortunately. It is what you know. Okay. Now, I need to Magnemite farm. I'm excited for this. I really love Magnezone. Very fucking cool Pokemon. Now, you generally want... I think most people go Timid Magnezone. But if you want a PVM one, you would go Modest. I'm going to go Timid. Okay. I'm about to start Magnezone or Magnemite farming, right? Generally, for PvP, you would go Timid, but for PVM, you should go Modest. I'm personally going to go Timid. I think it will do enough damage, hopefully. I'm going to go Timid so that it's usable in both PvP and PVM. I think that's going to be my strategy. If I was analytic, I might go Modest, but with PvP in mind and countering Scizor in mind, I'm gonna look for a timid one. So I'm gonna see if I have my timid synchronized Kadabra. Yes, it thankfully is leveled up to 54. I can use this for this. Perfect. We're gonna head over to, I think, New Mauville, I think, is the best location. I'll see you guys in a quick sec, basically wherever is the best location to farm Magnemites, and just start catching some mons and seeing how what works and what doesn't. Would be nice. A fair bit of the raids, yeah, yeah, we're just not there yet, I think, but yes, I agree. 50 bits. I found some change. Thanks, Clarko. Spare change. Thank you so much, man. I really fucking appreciate that. Thank you. Happy. Okay, let me could go inside power plant Kanto. Could go what's like a very common, common Route 38 Jodo. Very yep, New Mauville. I think we're gonna go New Mauville. I feel like that's the strat. Is that in Hoenn? Used from PVM for certain raids. It was used in the Honchkrow raid last year. If you want to see what Magnezone is used in, I just uploaded a video today that went over the top 20 Pokemon you need to build for raids in the upcoming Halloween event season, and I showed that Magnezone was used in the Honchkrow raid last year. So you know, videos, things like that. That's yeah. There are certain electric types that are needed for raids. Go Hoenn. Go New Mauville. I would love if like certain raids needed tankiness, certain raids needed hyper offense, like certain raids needed balance. Like right now we have certain raids do require a lot of different mechanics, to be fair. Like I love that like gravity is used in certain raids, defog is used for certain raids. Like I think it's really fucking cool. There's a lot of trick room is used for certain raids. There are a lot of really cool raid strats, don't get me wrong, but I'd love to see more like team variation. Yeah, gravity's cool as shit. I'm pretty sure we just run back and forth here. Oh, fuck off, Voltorb. Okay. I am going to go do... I feel bad because I just dropped connection, so to go AFK after a drop sucks. I'm going to go do my stretch break. If you don't, I do my one stretch break or so, one or two every stream. I'm going to go do my stretch break. I'm going to go get the mail, get some water, maybe get a snack. I will see you guys hopefully in like, I think 5 minutes or so. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry for the break, but I'll, you know, gotta stay healthy. I like to play a lot of video games for a lot of hours, but do so to some healthy extent. I'll be right back. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you for your patience. And once we get back, we'll start farming Magnemites and going for that Magnezone breed. Get a good Pokemon made today, and we'll be completing the Johto Dex today, okay? So I will be right back. I'm eating up some fish and chips, lads. One sec. All right, cheeky lads. We got ourselves some scran today. Some scran. Prepare yourselves. I'm sure you're wondering what is launched today. Oh my god, my hair looks so goofy. I look like a proper Brit. Okay, launch today, lads. Launch today is me wife's leftover fish and chips because she says she don't want it. So we got fish and chips. Fish. Oh, this it looks mint, lads. Mint. Oh, it looks righty piss. You should learn screws. Oh, can't you tell? I already know it, lad. I'm sorry, that's just fucked up. Anyways, shit. Look, what do you think? Fucking. There's one piece of fish that's left over, and it was microwaved. Okay, of course it looks shit. Be fat as God. It was really good yesterday while fresh. This place actually does do a really the best fish and chips I've ever had. I will say, I gotta drop the meme. Okay, it is really funny that Britopians will be like, oh my god, Americans so fat, which I mean we are, don't get me wrong, but like they'll say that and then they might have the only dish in the world that's less healthy than a burger and fries, which is fish and chips. Literally like the only national meal that's probably less healthy than a burger and fries. I think Britopian sounds cooler than, in my opinion, I think it sounds cooler. Is it though? Yeah, for sure. If the burger was deep fried, maybe not. Or if the burger had bacon, maybe it becomes more arguable. I checked the fact. Fish is healthy, not when fucking battered and deep fried. When you deep fry anything, it's like, roast is our food. Now the Sunday roast seems amazing, okay? But I don't feel like it's like, when people think of Britopia, they don't think of the roast first. I think they probably think of beans on toast first, fish and chips second, and then maybe a beef Wellington third because of Gordon Ramsay. I love shepherd's pie. I prefer shepherd's pie with beef, which is how they do it in America. Okay, rare British W, okay? You guys, is it cottage pie? That's a good distinction. You guys call shepherd's pie with beef cottage pie, and then shepherd's pie traditionally with lamb, of course, shepherd's pie. For some reason here in the US, we call both shepherd's pie, and it's confusing. We should definitely just call it cottage pie. You guys are that's a good distinction, British W. There are Brits who live off of exclusively fish and chips and jacket potatoes. That just sounds like American to me, which is awesome. You know, that sounds great. That's just an American living off of burger and fries and fucking mashed potatoes or fully loaded baked potato, you know? Hell yeah, man. Okay. Let me count the catch rate for this. Let me calc the... I did realize after I was microwaving this food, I was like, fuck, I probably shouldn't have made this food because we're going to Olive Garden. My wife's a big Olive Garden girl. I'm not a huge Olive Garden guy, but the thing that makes me like Olive Garden is when it's all you can eat, and they just brought back all you can eat. My rule is I will only go to Olive Garden if it's all you can eat. That to me is worth it. That makes sense. Otherwise, I'm not a huge fan. Live unhealthy. That is true. Did you like fuck? It's like a Google answer. However, the large McDonald's Big Mac is considered more. Okay, you can't compare Big Mac to fucking fish and chips. Ultimately, moderation is supposed to be enjoyed occasionally. Look at Vincer out here with his logical, fairly broken down answer. Shake my head. Why? Because the Big Mac is not the standard American burger. The standard American burger is just like a quarter-inch patty, probably with like a piece of lettuce, a tomato, and a piece of cheese. In the kitchen, ask me anything. I don't think me and my wife want to know. She's like a don't tell me anything, let me eat it, you know, type of doubt, which I respect. Hydro, thanks for the 4 months of Prime, bro. Thank you, man. Hopefully the content's been helpful. Maybe even slightly entertaining still. Ooh, that's a tough one, but hopefully. Okay, let me go check Magnemite. Level. Okay, let's see. 100% HP. I'm gonna try like Nest Ball. 100% HP, no status. 99.3. Okay, I just counted on PokeMMO Hub's catch calculator. Magnemite at 100% HP with no status with a Nest Ball should be 99.3% catch rate. That's what the catch count says. That's not always 100% accurate, but if I can sit here, synchronize lead with my Abra, and then just throw Nest Balls, that will make farming these way easier. So that will definitely be the strat. We're going to try that first. Gentle, no stats. Okay, that's our first Magnemite. We're going to keep going until we get something breedable. Ponchi, 9 months. Thank you so fucking much, man. Happy to have you. Honored to have you. Hopefully the content is still worth it, but thank you for your above and beyond support, man. It really means the world. Thank you so much, dude. Always happy to see you in chat. For this Hoppip, I love shiny Hoppip, dude. Have you tried hopping around? Good luck to you. I've never tried Haggis. I would love to. I love trying new foods, no matter how out of the norm they may seem. Everything's out of the norm until it becomes the norm, you know? For something to become the norm, it must once be out of the norm. I went to take a drink and poured it all down myself. Something's off. I do that every time. I'm not to like flex on you, but I'd be pouring drinks all over myself. You know, I'm just a moron. Dude, I do that, I swear, like every new, especially water bottles, like full water bottles. Maybe I'm just getting old. So I didn't do that a few years ago. Paisy, thanks for the Prime, man. I really appreciate that. Hopefully the content's actually worth that above and beyond support, dude. Thank you so much, man. Pale the It's kind of real, the QTE. That's what that is. Kind of real. Hey, I be failing it too, man. Okay, I get it. Take the walking. Okay. I need chat's honest. No, I'm gonna hate it here. Hey, hate watchers, welcome. Thanks for the sub. If you're gonna hate watch, you might as well sub. I could respect that. Thank you. Chat, give me your honest opinions. What are your thoughts on tartar sauce? I feel like the older I get, I kind of fucking love tartar sauce. Yo, thank you, Chelsea. What's up? It feels like tartar sauce should be fucked up, but I kind of love it. I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure, or just a pleasure? So no for me. How are you a, wait, what? No. How are you a fish and bits fella? You don't like tartar sauce? What's tartar sauce? What? Huh? Just not for me. I get that. Okay. Fair point. Top 3 is crazy, but I respect it. Top 3 is brave. But you know what? I can respect that. Nothing wrong with a brave take. Okay, wow. Pretty good stats, but it's missing like the most. That's weird. This is a weird Magnemite. I might end up using this as a breeder. It's obviously got really good HP, really good defense, really good speed F. It's got 3 of the 5 stats. The problem is, obviously, nature's not there. I'm going to write it as noted. It's missing. Yeah, it's weirdly missing 2 times 0 in the 2 stats that you really want 31 in. So it's the total opposite. It's a really, really weird Magnemite. I'm going to keep it. It might be a breeder, but I'd like to get something else better, hopefully. Without brown sauce. I kind of love that it's fucked up. But I kind of love that Britopians are like, let's just name our sauces after colors. Green sauce, brown sauce. That's fucking funny. That's kind of based. It's dumb, but it's funny and based. Green. Yeah, you guys, I'm just making shit up. I'm just assuming you guys had a green sauce. The Mexican gang. Okay, probably fair. Maybe I'm thinking of, do you guys have this? Maybe I'm thinking of like white people when they go to now secretly the best chicken. I don't know if it's a secret or not. Well, one of the best forms of chicken is Peruvian chicken, okay? And at almost every Peruvian chicken place, I've never met someone who actually knows the name of the sauces. They just say white, green, and like yellow, or like usually the 3. I've never seen someone actually know the names. Or if they have, I don't even know if they have names. We do say red sauce for ketchup. That's crazy. I mean, how many other red sauces are there? I guess hot sauce. We have red, brown, mayo, barbecue. All the ones you need. Okay, based. God, I love onions, man. The older I get, more I love onions. Okay. That's my lunch. Thank you for your patience. Was that the Shrek ketchup? The green ketchup? Tomato ketchup is funny. Ooh, NU tournament going on. Good luck to everybody. What's your opinion on fuck? I always get mean. Is it Zotziki? Is that how you say that? Zotziki is fucking phenomenal. I don't know if you could meet up. Also, white people love. I'm white people. We love Zotziki, dude. That shit is so fucking good. Zotziki. The problem is every time I say it, I'm told to say it a different way. At first you go for you start with Tzatziki. I was told by so many white people that it was Tzatziki, and then it was Zotziki, and now you're saying Zotziki, and now yours, yeah, like I've heard a million. Can I just call it the ZZ sauce? God, that's such an American way to abbreviate. But base, bro. Am I wrong? Or like the... Yeah, we should just... Everybody rename it to ZZ sauce. Yacht-ziki. Okay, based. I've heard so many different ways to pronounce it. Yo, welcome, Roxy. What's up? What's up? Zotziki. I've heard a million different... Okay. Okay. I'm at this point. With Euro? I'm not a huge Euro guy. Well, fuck. Is it gyro? Is it... Why are Greek words like the hardest to pronounce for me? That's what I should just say. I said gyro for a long time. I think it's I was gonna say gyro, gyro, or euro, right? What those all the fucking different, you know. Also, there's regional different pronunciations. Zotziki. I also grew up saying Zotziki. It's yeah. Demon Slayer movie, the new one or the like? I have not. I don't know if I'm going to. Demon Slayer just really fucking disappointed me after the what's it called arc. Roxy gifting 5 subs. Thank you so fucking much. It's an honor to have you. Oh my goodness, we just caught the nastiest Magnemite possible. Timid nature, natural, wild, 30 attack, 30 speed. We're done. We're done. That wasn't even that long. We caught like 5 Magnemites. What the hell? We're done. I'm not catching more. That's all we need. I could go like 24 Spadef, defense and HP are low. It doesn't matter. I don't care. This is plenty. This is good enough. That's fucking sick, dude. Oh, that's so good. Maybe I'll try to breed it up a little. We'll have to see, but I don't think... I'm probably just done. We're probably just done. That's gorgeous. Let's go see if we can breed it up easily, because it's a generalist mon with other Magnemites. But I think we're probably just done. That's so sick to see, man. DM'd you green ketchup. I love... What a sentence. What a fucking awesome sentence. My wife is so fucking funny. My wife is telling me that she lost. My wife had Zoomer trivia at work today, okay? I can't explain to you why. But she told me that she purposefully lost. She tried to go answer as slow as possible because she didn't want to win Zoomer trivia at work because she thought it would be embarrassing. It's the most Casey... It's the most fucking my wife shit I've ever seen. Fucking goofy, cutie, bro. Anyways, okay, let me fucking... Zoomer trivia? Dude, so funny. Dripping on curry ketchup? Never had it. Gamble on it? I don't know if it's worth it. What is Zoomer trivia? So I can give you an example. They said, it's multiple choice. If a post on Instagram is quote-unquote getting ratioed, what does that imply? The 4 answers are its user engagement is split via specific demographics. The second answer is it didn't get enough likes. The third answer is it's getting significantly more negative engagement than positive. And then the 4th answer is it's blowing up to the point of becoming viral. Most people said the last one and got it wrong. Most people at her job got it wrong. Most people said yeah. But it's C. It's getting significantly more negative engagement than positive. Anyways, it's Zoomer slang trivia. Okay, this is fucked up. What's the point of this? Oh my god, the green ketchup. We had a green ketchup thing, but they're all wrong. You're clearly not Zoomer enough. They're worded weirdly. It's C is right, but they are worded weird. Because it's boomers trying to word Zoomer trivia. I remember the fucking, the Shrek ketchup. That was a big... Purple ketchup sounds familiar, but I can't pinpoint it. It's a shame. Yeah, that's the fine. Pretty much, Chelsea. There you go. That's correct usage. Okay. What's in the post in it? Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Even the you're not wrong. It was the most. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It wasn't perfectly. Yeah, was it a grimace thing? I don't remember. Great question. I literally caught 5 Magnemites. That is so fucking crazy. Okay. Should I breed this with, like... I don't think so. I think it's fucking troll. But it's funny. Well, maybe I breed. No. I think I just EV train, XP train this one. I think I'm just done. Breed them all but the good one. But then, what is that? I don't know if we can actually carry over. We're going to lower the stats along the way, you know? This one's like almost something. Do I have a Ditto with like this and then 25 here? It'd have to be a Ditto. Not using that Ditto for this. Not using that Ditto for this, you know? I don't want to waste my God breeders for this when it's already good enough. I think this is just good enough for now. I really do want a good Magnezone. It's actually tough. I'm not gambling, but the problem is if I gamble Paisy on an Ironman account and then it fails, I'm just fucked. And then I go from I just literally can't complete it. I have to go catch. It's just not worth it. I'm not gambling. You guys can go gamble your fucking paychecks, okay? I'm not gambling. I'm not gambling my Pokemon, okay? I'm sorry. You can go gamble whatever you want to. I'm chilling. I'm just good enough for now. So the problem is, yeah, I think I just train it now. I can always rebreed it if I need to later on. There's no like egg moves to worry about. Okay. I think we keep it. Okay. So my Johto Pokedex. I need to go catch Happiny and Tangrowth in the wild. Tangela is probably easier. When does it get Ancient Power? Level 24. If I go catch a level 25 Tangela, which would be Kanto Route 21 Grass. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna. We've thought about it and contemplated a lot. I'm not gonna rebreed this Magnemite. I think it's just good as is. Maybe I can make another one in the future, but I can make like a modest one in the future. But for now, I think this is fantastic. We're just gonna keep and utilize that. Now, we're not gonna EV train quite yet. Once we start EV training, we'll be finishing up our Johto decks. First things first, we need a Tangrowth and a Happiny. I'm gonna go do Tangrowth first. For that, I'm just gonna go catch a Tangela really quick. I believe it was I need a a level 25 Tangela. It will have Ancient Power, and then I can level it up once, and it will evolve into Tangrowth. So that's super easy, as opposed to like luring a Tangrowth or whatever. I can go to Route 21 Kanto. It's probably my best bet, level 20, 35. So Route 21 Kanto, go get myself a Tangela, and then we evolve it once, level it once, we should be good. Yeah, no, True. Two. I think that's only shine. I thought that it was more locked when gambling like that as well, Chelsea. But then I'm a lucky fuck on my Ironman, and I've had breeds where I've high rolled like 4 stats. Like there was a Ninetales. So there's a fun fact. There was a Ninetales breed where I high rolled like 3 stats, and I or like 3 or 4, something crazy, and I didn't know it was possible. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit! I thought you could only high roll a certain amount, and the others would like, yeah. I think it only worked with that for shinies. I'm not sure. Anyways, do you have pets? We don't have any pets of our own. Me and my wife do. We haven't done it in a few months, to be fair, but we pet sit a lot on the side. That's like a side hustle. I don't hate the word, but side job of ours. Let's grab this. I'm gonna need to soak this with my Smeargle. I don't even have to waste any Everstones or braces. It's so nice that I don't have to breed the Magnemite. Is so crazy. Pickup does still work when Meowth holds an item. Great question. They've actually changed that at different points in the past. So Yes, that's how me and my wife feel. We're like, we think pet sitting is the best of both worlds. We get to meet a lot of really cool, awesome pets. We get to like take care of them, build that connection, have that like, what's it called? It's satisfying feeling of watching after something, looking after something, and you know, treating it well, taking care of it. Breaks acclimation, but we can send it home at the end of the day. We aren't tied down if we want to go on vacation. We don't have to worry about vet bills. Like it's kind of all the positive. Now, the negative is we get really attached to certain pets, and it's really sad to say goodbye to them. That's the hardest part of pet sitting. Is like you miss certain pets, and but it's still, yeah, it's kind of like I love being like the fun uncle. I love childcare. I've worked in childcare. I love hanging out with kids and introducing them to like certain video games and like watching kids for an evening. I do not want my own kids. I want to fucking play video games or play sports with your kids, do all the cool shit, and then send them home to you. Have fun. I don't want to deal with that. You know, it's kind of the same with pets. Secondary income, yeah, that works. Yo, what are the odds, Liam? What's up? What's up? Double take? Fuck, that's wholesome. Yeah, I can't really have a dog. Yeah, well, that's, yeah. You mind if I ask the reasoning? But yeah, it is, yeah. Too much on my own? It's a lot, man. It's so much. Water. I haven't had enough water today. Ooh. Big plug. There's the ancient power, so we know it has it. I have a border collie. I have to Google. My memory is terrible. I'm terrible at dog breeds. Yeah, that's, dude, fuck. Border collies are super cute. They never stop. I'm trying to think. The hardest dogs that we've had to watch, Samoyeds are often very hard. You wouldn't think. Samoyeds are super naughty. Like, Samoyeds are one of the hardest dogs we've had to watch consistently. We watched 2 or 3 different Samoyeds. They're really fucking naughty. I had one Samoyed eat like 2 or 3 different pairs of headphones, which is insane because like we would watch them like a hawk. We would turn around for 2 seconds. They would be what else? That, and then I want to say we've watched that we had a giant dog that we watched that was a Mastiff Great Dane mix. His name was Meadow. Beautiful dog, really sweet dog. And like it's not really his fault. He was just so big. And I'm big. I can deal with big dogs. This dog, I think he was like 180. He was on the massive side of a Mastiff Great. Like he was huge. Biggest dog I've ever seen in my entire life. Slobber everywhere. Well, you can't. I'm a big guy. I can usually control most dogs. He would try to, trigger warning, kind of gross dog thing. It's but with bugs. He would eat cicadas, and he would just. It was impossible to stop him. Like he would just, if he eyed up a cicada on the ground, he was gunning for it, and like he was so big. Oh my god, dude, it was so hard to stop him. The goat, I hate cicadas. He must have been like, I'm guesstimating. I feel like he was like 200 pounds, but that's probably not. He felt like 160, 180, and like was like 5 feet tall. Like the biggest dog I've ever seen and will ever see, like fucking insanely big dog. My wife couldn't walk him alone because he was so big. Also, the owner who owned this dog was like a sweet 40-year-old, lived alone, like 5 foot tall. I never met her. My wife met her though. She was like 5 foot tall. This dog was huge. The dog was bigger than her. It was crazy, man. Anyways, Dream from Germany. Yo, what's up, dude? Much love to you, man. That's what I thought, and I could be wrong, Chelsea, to be fair. That was always what I thought, but yeah. It's my day. That's my day. You're too kind, Liam. It's an honor to have you, man. I should like netball. What am I catching this with? Sorry, excuse me. Maybe just like dusk, nighttime. Yeah, dusk. There's 80, yeah, so we do. The 84 people watching me sit with a Tangela at 1 HP asleep. Hey, man, for your information, it's actually 166 people because it's 2 different chats. So I'll have you know, it's actually way more people watching me AFK in game. Tech W. Welcome to twitch.com, Poggies, or twitch.tv. Right, there is the Tangela caught, timid nature, no, nothing else. It has ancient power. We can just go XP train this for 2 seconds, get it to evolve, and get that Tangrowth. You'll see in a sec, Clarko. We're gonna head over to the XP spot. I have to catch the Happini as well. Where is I'd have to log into my main account. If anybody wants to check for me, I'd appreciate it. If not, it's not a big deal. Can anybody tell me where Happini wild spawns? Where can I wild catch Happini in game? But chat ain't real. It can't hurt us. I don't know, man. You could test that theory. Route 209. Is that in Sinnoh? Thank you. All these. This. Island 3 port. That'd probably be easy. I could just go check. Lore spot, Route 209 Sinnoh. I'm assuming it's a lore, but I could be wrong. The lore, yeah, gotcha. Went down for a moment. Yeah, lore only. Gotcha. Okay, Route 209 Sinnoh lore. Okay. Oh, Raja? I don't know anything about that. I think they changed it. No, no worries, Kermit. No worries, man. Appreciate you trying. I don't know anything about that color. I'm not gonna. I don't care. Nah, you're so. The fact that you're on top of it like that, you're perfect, man. There you go. I didn't know, you know. No worries, man. All right, this should. All right, there is the evolution. That is Tangrowth. After this, I'll only need 4 more Pokemon, 3 of which I'm just EV training, XP training, the Rhyhorn into Rhydon into Rhyperior, and then the Magmortar, and then the Magnezone. I'll be getting those guys very, very soon, naturally. Next up is Happini, which chat is telling me is a lore encounter at Route 209 in Sinnoh. So, we're going to head over there right now. Hopefully no Fs. I have to do a lot. When I'm doing like Pokedex progress, it's a lot of like little clips. And it opens up the stream to more Fs, unfortunately. Sinnoh, Route 209. Thank you guys so much. What I thought you had a... Dude, fuck. Fair. Does it matter which side of Route 209? I don't know. If we'll just test. We'll just... I doubt you guys would. You guys don't have to know that. That's too much. Maybe it's the same route. We'll see. I should bring an arena trap Pokemon in case we get like a Ralts. It's not that high level, but it's something. Arena trap and then damp. Okay. Just in case. I'm assuming it's just here in this spot. Glorp, back to you, man. What's up, Jan Fam? How you doing today, dude? We're gonna crank the music up a little bit, then switch back to bouncing on it, as your mother would do, of course, of course. There should be a 5% chance for Happini here. Just caught a shiny Tentacruel. Yo, congrats, dude. Congrats, man. How'd the IVs roll? Congratulations. 151. That's pretty good. There you go. Fuck. I was gonna say, man, that's pretty damn good, dude. Okay, pull up. Bibarel. Looking good today, Bibarel. Looking snazzy. The song's a fucking banger. Gas. There's a ghastly spawn here. That's so weird. Peculiar spawn. We could do movie Patrouski takes here in a quick sec. On another account that isn't able to breed Pokemon. That makes things so much harder. I respect it. That is a much harder stipulation. I mean, I would still say try to aim for raids. Or at least the pumpkin. So raids might not be doable, or they would be doable, but like in a long time. Go for a pumpkin boss team, and that would consist of a Chandelure, a Crocodile, and a Typhlosion. That and like a Jimmy Run team. You gotta just wild catch ones that are usable. Your mons are gonna be worse. It's gonna take a lot longer, but you still. I think the goals remain the same, right? Are those end game? Are they mid game? I don't know. PvP is probably the ultimate end game on an account like that because it's like really impressive. But even raids, like raids, yeah, raids is a good end game. I sure when I won your cute fashion contest, dude. Of course, I don't always. I don't know. I really appreciate that. I don't always do a good job, Chelsea. I think it's really important. Like I fuck up a lot. I make mistakes. Sometimes I get too mad or grumpy at viewers or repeated questions. Like I don't know. I make a lot of mistakes. I really appreciate when people appreciate when I do well. But you know, it's just there's positives and negatives. There's mistakes. There's victories. You know, it just happens. You know. Or PvP. Yeah, that's fucking fair. Maybe raids is what I would aim for then. Raids is like the go-to end game, I think, goal for like most accounts. 52 is awesome to see. But that's really cool. It's really wholesome to hear like that story, Chelsea. Let me I was gonna look something up. Oh yeah, Sudowoodo. Is Sudowoodo a lore here? If that's a lore here, it is not. It's just rare. Okay. From Australia. Gotcha. Have a good one. There's an annual Youth of the World of the Year. Talking about 50 years. So what youth word should be? What the youth word should be? It'll most likely be gooning this year. That's fucking funny. I mean, that's a German W. I mean, it's unhinged. We love an unhinged W. But imagine being a country and having to announce, oh yeah, the word of the year is gooning. That's fucking crazy. That's really fun. Also, 50-year-olds deciding it. The 50-year-olds are like, oh yeah, gooning, banger word. That's even funnier. That's amazing. For 4 years, like the weekday, they had the word Wednesday. Wait, what? Huh. Huh. It's a meme? That's awesome. We love a meme. We love a country memeing. A public vote's on? Yeah, gotcha. That's what I assumed, Kenchik, was. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Fuck, he's that beloved over there. I might go try a different patch of grass. Maybe that's too hasty. Should do at least 20 encounters here. I don't know how many I've done. A single letter can be a meme. Yeah, man. Then the news anchor has to say them out loud. Yeah, that'll do it. The term gooning won today's word of the year among the youth. I repeat, that is gooning on national television. Congratulations on making an impact on the world, young people. So crazy. It's awesome. Oh, there's the Ralts. ×3. That's why. So you can. That's why I brought the Doug Trio here, because you can randomly get a ×3 horde like this, and if one of these is shiny and I don't have the arena trap mon, I could lose the shiny really easily. Say sus. Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Good meme. I can do movie Patrouski takes now while running back and forth for this. I don't even know if it's here. The movie I ended on last was the Lorax, I believe. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Get ready, fellas. It is movie Patrouski take time. Prepare yourselves, okay? Prepare yourselves. I don't know if I'm just getting unlucky or if Happini is not here. I'm gonna stay here for a bit. We'll try it. Well, let's see if Mr. Mime is the... Can't there... I don't even know. Can there only be one lore spawn per location? I believe that is the case, right? These are just rare. I haven't seen the lore spawn here, so I think it probably is here. Yeah, I think it is probably here. It's just weird odds or whatever. Okay. I think I've just gotten mildly unlucky. Not the end of the world. Got that fucking Magnemite catch, which was amazing, so. Let me get my reviews up for these so I have like a little bit of recap. It's been a while since I've watched these. Okay, this is... Okay, I'm glad I checked this. All right, it is time for either your most favorite or least favorite part of the PokeMMO stream recap. It is time for the movie Patrouski takes. My name is Patrouski. I watch a lot of movies. Do I know a whole lot about movies? No, not at all. I don't know anything. I'm stupid. I just like watching them, okay? That's it. I'm no movie savant. I'm no movie expert. I just enjoy watching them, and I enjoy logging them on Letterboxd to keep track of what movies I've seen and to go through my past, my memories, and have a better, logging of all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. Check out Letterboxd. You can find me on Letterboxd at Patrouski on Letterboxd. If you follow me, there's a pretty good chance I follow you back. I like seeing different movies people are watching. It's just been a fun passion for me recently over 2025. I've watched like at least one movie a day, if not over one movie a day for most of 2025. All right, we're gonna go from bottom to top. That's the order I watched them in. Lady and the Tramp. Obviously, I've seen Lady and the Tramp before, but I haven't seen it since I was like 6 years old. It's been a really long time since I had seen this movie. I watched it with my wife. How can you be against Lady and the Tramp? It's just a cute movie. It's the most movie to watch with your partner and be like, us, oh my god, so us, OMG us, and it'll just make them really happy. The most important thing in Lady and the Tramp is there's one of the dumbest jokes I've ever heard. At one point, one of the dogs says something that he says, but remember, my friends, even Tramp has his Achilles heel. And then the Taco Bell Chihuahua goes, pardon me, amigo, what is this chili heel? And there's the Happini encounter. Nice. I was fucking dying laughing at that stupid joke. Anyways, I gave Lady and the Tramp a 9 out of 10, a 4.5, a like. Great movie. How could you not, love Lady and the Tramp? Next up, the Family Guy something. Okay, I went on a dumb brain off binge watch recently I rewatched all the Family Guy Star Wars, okay? Love it or hate it. I'm not a huge Family Guy guy. I grew up watching it when I was 12 to 14, like most of us do. However, call it nostalgia, call it whatever. I still have this weird, I like falling asleep to Family Guy. It's still sort of this nostalgic thing. It's a guilty pleasure. I'll give it that. Watching Family Guy to some extent, very much a guilty pleasure. Is it a good show? No. Family Guy might be the most close equivalent we have on television to scrolling TikTok, in the means of every bit is disconnected and they're all just different cutaways and different jokes and gags, and it's never really a consistent storyline like you would expect from a TV show or a movie. I gave the something Dark Side one, which is the middle, I believe one. The middle. I think it's the middle one, the 5th Star Wars parody. I give it a 2.5, 5 out of 10. It's a perfectly fine brain dead watch to some extent. Honey, Don't. Me and my wife saw in theaters. Holy fuck, this movie is bad. Oh my god. I was optimistic. I was hopeful. The trailer had 1 or 2 cringe jokes, but I was like, you know what? Trailers right now are not that great. They're stereotypically great, but they have whatever problems. They either show too much or show look at the Minecraft show with the llama. They do what they think people will laugh at stupidly, and I just don't love it. I don't love trailers right now personally. Not all of them, but some of them. Honey, Don't, dude. I wrote a very long review for this. I'm gonna read through some of it. I'm giving this movie the same score as Smurfs 2025, just so you know what you're getting into. Let's start with the positives. Amazing cinematography, like insanely creative cinematography, engaging even from the most casual watcher. There's things like a doorbell shot that zooms in, mini shots from below the main character to build suspense that look really, really sick and look amazing. The transitions between certain shots and objects is phenomenal, and they really utilize Margaret Qualley's like very sharp and beautiful face structure. They have a lot of angles where she's on the left side looking very straight out, and you have something curved around her facial structure. The cinematography in this movie is fucking like unbelievably good. It's like kind of crazy. There was a really interesting like plot in the trailer that didn't really develop in the movie. That's one of the positives. And then the actors, I feel like, all did really well. The cons of this movie is that it has some of the worst comedy I've ever seen in a movie. One of the quotes of the movie is Chris Evans talking to Margaret Qualley and being like, hey, like, why don't you let people in your life? You know, open up, honey. Why don't you let people in your life? And she responded, I have my dildo for that. Maybe I can't, maybe it's just not for me. That kind of humor makes me cringe out of my mind. Whether like, I couldn't do it. That's kind of stuff is just really, whether male or female orientated, holy fuck, I can't do it. I cringe out of my fucking brain. I feel like we're just taking steps back for that kind of joke. The plot is an absolute clusterfuck. They don't wrap up anything. They don't develop anything. Everything that you think is a good or interesting plot gets left by the wayside. This movie is... my final TLDR is, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I'm glad that women are getting gooner bait, bad action, dumb comedies like guys have gotten for decades. I love, you know, I get it. I like that kind of movie too, but fuck, man, we can do better than this. This is not worth it, okay? I love my dumb comedies. You can critique my stuff. I just rated Goon with, you know, highly. I like Happy Gilmore. I like a lot of these dumb movies. I like dumb comedies, okay? But man, this is rough. This is not for me. This is, my wife didn't like it. I gave it a 1 or a 2 out of 10 because our redeeming qualities, like the cinematography. My wife also gave it a 1 or a 2 out of 10. I don't know who this movie's for. It's just one of the worst movies. I think it might be the worst movie I've seen in theaters. Well, top three worst movies I've seen in theaters. Next up, The Family. It's like, it's fucked up. The Honey Don't being a 2 out of 10 squished between the Family Guy movies. You can bully me for that. That's kind of funny, right? My movie takes are not good. They're just my movie takes. Honey, yeah, that would be a better movie. Family Guy presents It's a Trap. This is the best one by far. I actually laughed the most at this and found it the most interesting, and it's just dumb separated bits once again, but they were all quite funny. I really liked this. This is I rated like the first Family Guy Star Wars parody a 2 out of 5. The second one a 2.5 out of 5, and this one a 4. This one got a really high. This one was the best one by far. It was like so above and beyond the best one in my personal opinion. That's all I need to say about that. Anyways, moving on. The Evil Dead. This is a cult classic. Like, I want to call it comedy horror, but it wasn't supposed to be a comedy horror when it came out. It was supposed to be a serious horror. However, the people who made it are such good sports and were so like smart about it, they leaned into the comedy horror in the next iterations of the franchise. So I'm excited to watch the rest of the franchise or watch more of it. Apparently there was a 2013 or 2012 remake that's actually like fucking terrifying. I haven't seen it. But The Evil Dead, I think my review was something like, I totally get how this has a cult classic. This is a cult classic that actually makes sense to me. I totally see it. Really fun, really interesting movie. Very unique. I can't watch, if I had the urge to watch Evil Dead, there's no other movie that I could think of to watch that would simulate that same experience. It's very weird and unique, and visually it's very its own, is what I would say for sure. It's like a weird classic comedy horror. Next up, we start getting into like stand-up comedy. I went on a little bit of a stand-up comedy binge recently. You're going to see more of that in later stream recaps. But Matt McCusker, The Speed of Light, I thought it was pretty solid. I thought it was fine. I thought it was solid. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. I laughed a bit, but not as much. I think I laughed out loud very little. Probably once or twice. I thought it was good. I really, really like stand-up comedy. My wife hates it. Like, comedy is the most subjective thing, I feel like, by far when it comes to media. So, especially when it comes to comedy takes, if you agree to disagree with me, more power to you. That's the best place to, you know, fight over stuff, right? Or just understand differences. Next up, I watched American Psycho for the very first time in theaters. They did a re-release. I was so happy to go watch it. Hell fucking yeah. It turns out this American Psycho movie is pretty good, guys. I don't know if you heard of it. It didn't really quite get a like for me because I don't really relate to the material, but it's a really, really, really good movie. Let me go find my review of it really quick. Now, I didn't realize, nobody told me that American Psycho is just a dumb comedy. If someone told me, I thought this was going to be like some really serious drama movie. No, it's a dumb comedy. And if you disagree, I'll fight you over it. This is a dumb comedy through and through. It is like a little bit of like a retrospective on like the failing upwards of certain people in society, but it is mostly a dumb I would say 90% this movie is a dumb comedy. How is this movie does not have the comedy tag anywhere. I don't understand why that's the case. That makes no fucking sense to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think American Psycho is like comedy first, like wildly comedy first, like 80 to 90% comedy, like insanely comedy first. I literally think American Psycho, the closest movie, maybe I'm just biased, I love this movie, so I'm just biased. The closest movie to American Psycho is fucking Step Brothers. It sounds crazy, but Christian Bale's character is just a man-child. Like, that's the whole... Like, my review is American Psycho is a 90% a dumb comedy movie akin to something like Step Brothers. And I fucking love it for that. Just call it what it is. It's a movie about a man-child businessman who gets away with being a goofy guy, let's put it. Such a fun, lighthearted watch with a tinge of dread at the end when you remember that people like this actually exist IRL who do just fail upwards regardless of their self-implosions. It's just a goofy-odd movie about a goofy-odd guy. Like, this is a... I was so shocked. I put off watching it for so long because when a movie is very serious, when a movie is very considered a classic and very, very good, I want to like really give it my full attention and give it my full appreciation. This is a comedy. This is a silly, dumb, comedy. And that's, yeah, it's great. It's a great movie, but just know that going in my opinion. Yeah, it's just totally categorized incorrectly, but it's an amazing movie. Now, I gave it a 9, but in reality, consider it a 9.5. That's what I wrote in my review. This is not a 9 out of 10. Letterboxd only does up to 5, so to consider this a 9.5 for all intents and purposes. My only problem with the movie is that I wish it delved a little bit more into like the philosophy of it and like the actual... I wish it was a little bit more critiquing and a little... I love comedy, a little bit less comedy orientated. But it's a really interesting movie. Definitely, obviously watch it. It's a classic. That's, you know, that's the meme. Yeah. Dark comedy. I mean, yeah, honestly, I mean, give it something. I mean, dark comedy is a little funny, but give it something. A good movie, Mega Psycho. Yeah, actually, finally, a rare good movie Patrouski take. True, true, true. I'm gonna try to nest ball this, I think. Let's go add that clip to what's it called though. Dude, my movie Patrouski takes are getting longer and longer. On IMDb it has. Oh, does it? Okay, that's cool. I'm happy to hear that. I browsed multiple places and couldn't see shit. Have you watched the Will Smith CT? I have not. It's on my watch list. I am, speaking of like football movies, I am so excited for him. Holy shit. That movie looks so good. I have not seen Concussion. It's on my watch list. I am so excited for the movie Him. That movie looks goated. It's Jordan. It's also Jordan Peele. Ooh. Haven't seen it. I keep seeing a bunch about it. This game is free to play. Yes. You're in Psycho. Really? I don't know the lore, to be fair. That's cool. That a fight for it is interesting. Yeah, dark comedy makes sense. Just some sort of... Now let's see Paul Allen's list. Yeah, fuck. That's a good like name drop without spoiling. Honey, don't go. Okay, I don't know why I scrolled all the way back up there. Really quick sentence. Yeah, for sure, Zeldin. What's up, man? Rebels in horror. Yeah, let me find a Him movie trailer. I will say, dude, they released another trailer. Okay, I said there's so many movie executives that watch my channel, True and Real. Stop putting too much shit in your trailers. Stop. Literally the biggest problem right now with trailers is you're spoiling the fucking movie. Stop. Don't watch the second him. Watch the first. I don't even know if I can find the first him trailer. I can only find the second one that added more information. Stop doing that. I don't want to see. Stop showing me shit. I want to see as little as possible about your movie that will make me want to watch it. Okay? Don't spoil more information. If you're going to watch the him trailer, don't watch the one that comes up. Watch this one. I would not watch this trailer, not the other one. Yeah, trailers give way too fucking much. This trailer is the better one. The other trailer, in my opinion, leaks way too much information. I have to, like, when I go to the movie theater now, I'm like putting my head down because I don't want to see trailers for movies. If I already know that I want to see a trailer or a movie, I don't want to see more, you know? I need to watch the Interstellar trailer. I don't know if I've ever seen it. The Barbarian trailer is one of the best. Or Zach Kreger continuously is killing trailers. Weapons trailer was phenomenal. I think it was even, I thought it was a little too much in the weapon trailer, but then you watch the movie and you're like, oh shit, never mind. No. No spoilers, but there is a huge reveal at like the start of Weapons where you're like, oh my God, what a good twist on the trailer. Oh, it's so good. Cartel Marriage trailer? Yeah, I'm excited for that movie, but yeah, fuck, yeah. I've seen Interstellar a million times. Don't worry. But I haven't seen the trailer. Interstellar is amazing. I'm really excited. Speaking of Interstellar, we're gonna watch Interstellar in theaters. I think this weekend. I am watching the Batman, Batman: The Dark Knight Rises tonight in theaters for the very first. I've never seen it before. Well, I tried to watch it once, but I laughed so hard I couldn't finish it. But yeah, I'm really excited for watching The Dark Knight Rises for the first time ever tonight in theaters. Let me see. They told me they were too short staffed to do the interviews. So they reached out for another 2 weeks. And they just told me that they weren't hiring, so it didn't want for nothing while they would wait. That's so fucking horrible. Yeah, dude, fuck that. That's so fucking shitty, Zaldin. I'm sorry. They're not hired after they say. Yeah, that literally sucks so fucking much, man. I'm sorry, dude. Thank you for asking before venting. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's so fucking annoying. Yeah, a month. Yeah, it's so, yeah, dude. The application process just blows dawn of getting a job. It's so fucking, it's got to be fixed. It's so bad. I remember when I was applying to be I was applying for a social media before I was a streamer. I was applying for a social media position at a place, and they kept saying they wanted to like see my work, and I spent 8 hours 2 times making 2 different like highly edited videos. And then each time they just said like, oh, we're looking for something different. And I kept saying like, what are you looking for? Do you want a fucking Instagram post, a YouTube video, like distraught? Give me any information. And they were just like, something different. And I spent like 16 hours making content for this job. And they fucking, oh my God, they were so fucking stupid. They were so bad about, oh, it sucks, man. They just got like 16 hours of free labor out of me. It was fucking horrible, man. God, that fucking shit sucked. Anyways. They were like, yeah, try again. Do something different. I was like, what do you want? What the fuck do you want? You know? Give me any adjectives. It's so fucking horrible. It's so fucking, yeah, it's so annoying. Anyways. The catch this, Happini. All right, it took us a little bit. We got the Happini encounter. I think this is the last. After this, we can just go Eevee train. This is the last wild catch, right? I believe so. Hopefully the nest ball works for it. Beautiful. That is the last wild catch we need for our Johto Pokedex, boys. 253 out of 256. I just immediately closed the summary page. That's okay. I doubt the IVs were anything, but now it's time to go Eevee train and finish up the final 3 Pokemon we need. Okay. Yeah, at least get better information. Exactly. Like, just, yeah. Dude, hell yeah, King Yeti. Let's go see what I'm working with. It's actually disgusting. Yeah. So many, I feel like every fast food place just says like always hiring on the outside when they actually aren't. They're always hiring if an applicant comes along with a master's degree who can't get other work, like they'll hire him over like the high school. Like they're always hiring if they have a better applicant. Like they're not actively looking for, you know, workers. It's so fucking dumb. Did you watch? I loved Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt was the first. I'm not a huge Marvel guy, but not a huge. I mean, I like actively don't really like Marvel. I don't know. I'm like neutral. Thunderbolts was the first 5-star Marvel movie since Iron Man 1 for me personally. I loved Thunderbolts. I thought it was so good, so fun, good depth, while being a superhero movie still. Fuck, man. I love Thunderbolts. You can find my full, like, if you want to see specific reviews of specific movies, the best way is my letterbox. I can link it. Here you go. If you want to see any like specific reviews of mine, I have my letterbox where I usually do a written up review for like everything I watch. It's pretty rare I don't. I usually write at least something. If I'm gonna watch something, I usually watch at least something. Winter Soldier, Thunderbolts. That's a pretty good list. Yeah, does Iron Man? What I also really liked the Is it just called Doctor Strange? The Doctor Strange movie is really underrated. His like origin, his origin movie, that movie's fantastic. It's a good one to pick as one of your favorites. I don't know. What would your go-to comedy recommendation for anyone who hasn't watched said movie? I think Step Brothers is my favorite. Step Brothers is my favorite comedy. Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory. It's gonna depend on your style. Comedy's like so subjective. Comedy's my favorite genre by far. The Hulk Marvel movie. Hulk Marvel. I don't know which do they have one? Oh, is it the Incredible Hulk? Is that the one with Edward Norton? I have seen it. I saw it as a kid and I thought it was really fucking boring. But maybe as an adult it'd be better. The Edward Norton. Yeah. I thought it was really fucking boring. Maybe as an adult it's better. The Hulk is my favorite superhero in theory, but he has like no good movies. Do I bet it all on black or red, bro? I'm not gonna be the. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be. You can flip a coin. I'll flip a coin for you, but I'm not gonna be the. Well, no, I won't. A little too on the nose. My only complaint. I think that's a good complaint / critique, Lumen. I think that's fair. High praise though. I really liked Thunderbolts. Yeah. Peak Will Ferrell, Zoolander. Me and my wife slept on Zoolander for so long, and we finally watched it within the past like 1 or 2 years, and holy fuck, it's so good. What's your opinion on Bud Spencer? I don't know if I know. Bud Spencer. I don't know these. Are they 70s comedies? I need to try to watch. 70s and 80s. I haven't seen them. I'll have to watch them. I really like comedy. It's my favorite genre. Comedy is the worst aging, in my opinion, form of media. I don't know if I've watched. It's just tough. Unless you like lived in that era or grew up watching it. And it's gonna be the same way for me. Sorry, it already actively is the same way for me. I love Happy Gilmore. I love Billy Madison. I love Early's Adam Sandler comedy. I grew up watching it. It's nostalgic for me. I think Happy Gilmore probably like was the foundation for a lot of my early comedy. I I feel like if a Zoomer watches Happy Gilmore, I don't know if they would like it. I don't know if it holds up. I don't know if it makes sense. It's really, I don't know. 70 comedies are ahead of their time. I can't speak on 70s comedies, to be fair. 80s comedies, or 80s movies in general, are the worst movies I've ever seen. 80s movies are like so fucking hard for me to go back and watch. I have not seen a good 80s movie yet, or like very few. Holy fuck, 80s movies are really bad in my opinion. Like, to be fair, yeah, that's fair. I love Adam Sandler. I always say I love him. If someone tells me they don't like him, I get it. I kind of just grew up with him, and he's a certain style, and yeah. Later in life, yeah, fair. I don't know if Billy Madison like holds up. Like that's a good example of I love that movie, but I don't know if it holds up. Let's go EV Train. So distracted. Monty Python. Monty Python's a really good. I don't want to say that Monty Python doesn't hold up. I think this is a personal preference. I do not like Monty Python or care for it. It's just not funny to me. No disrespect. I respect for what it's done. A lot of people of my generation love Monty Python. Not for me. Click is a banger movie. I have not seen Night at the Roxbury. Hit or miss for me. The only Monty Python sketch I've ever liked, which is the most popular, even that one I thought was like, okay, like a scoff funny, was the "'Tis But a Flesh Wound," the most popular one, or annoying. That might, well, yeah. I had a high school teacher that showed us Monty Python and the Holy Grail for like a class in high school, and I was just bored out of my mind. I would have rather done schoolwork. I'm so sorry. Once again, comedy is the most subjective fucking thing in the whole world, okay? I don't mean to be disrespectful to, you know, yeah. It insists upon itself. That is one of the best jokes Family Guy that's ever did. It insists upon itself is so fucking funny. That's a good bit. A good run. Yeah, well, it's about Goated Run. Fucking, he's still in the Goated Run, bro. Hubie Halloween. I love Hubie. That's a guilty pleasure. That movie's terrible, but I fucking love it because it's Hubie Halloween is the perfect bad movie. Jack and Jill is just a bad movie. No one defends Jack and Jill. The only funny part of Jack and Jill is that the idea that Al Pacino would fall in love with a female version of Adam Sandler is really funny. That is the best part of Jack. That's the only good joke. He's like obsessed with her. That's really funny. And she's like not that interested. Love, Laurel, and Hardy. I don't know what that is. Love, Laurel, and Hardy. Oh, yes. I do know of these guys. What's the classic... I need to watch some classic comedy and see what I can enjoy. These guys have such an iconic like look and picture. Got all the box sets. There you go. Hell yeah, dude. I love Brown all their go-to movies. I respect Monty Python because like everyone who I find fucking hilarious, one of their biggest inspirations is always Monty Python. So like that alone tells me like they are funny, just not for me, and I don't get it, you know? I love Whitest Kids You Know, which was a fucking sketch comedy group in the early 2000s, like 2006, right? Zach Kreger, who was in that group, who's now doing Weapons and Barbarian, right? Fuck, what's up, Tim? Had to refresh? Fuck, sorry about that. I don't know if I have Fruit Cup. I'm not sure. Well, I was saying, I don't remember. Let me get Eevee. I'm getting too distracted. You guys are bringing up great movies, though. Let me just, I think Monty Python's just not for me. No disrespect towards it, just not for me. Yeah, comedy is objective. Comedy is the most subjective. It's like so, obviously, like, oh, everything's subjective. R/I am very smart, right? But like when it comes to, I think comedy is just like the most. So like it's so subjective. It's like insane. More than any piece of media, in my opinion. Yeah, I got you, King Eddie. Put this away. Okay. I think we're doing attack first, is my guess. Okay. Okay. We have to EV train attack, HP, and special attack. Maybe not speed today. Okay, I believe that we have to EV train like 6 different Pokemon in attack, HP, and special attack. Maybe speed if we get to it today, but we might not get to that. So we're gonna start off with attack. I'm gonna head over to Nidorino's in Kanto and do those and surf those down. The first mons I'm EV training are going to be Meditite. 200. This is a beautiful Meditite with the Egg Move Bullet Punch I put a lot of work into. That's going to be 250 to attack. Scizor, also the PvP reward, also 250 to attack. Rhyhorn, also this will be 252. So these two will be 250 to attack, 250 to HP. This will be 250 to attack, 250 to speed. And then this will be, I believe, I'm split on this one. This one either needs to be 252 attack, 252 speed, or 126 attack, 126 special attack, and then 252 speed. And I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I kind of built it mixed, but I think that now that adaptability is here. I think just going full physical is better. And that's the thing I'm like trying to stomach and trying to like wrap my head around. I'm not quite sure. I might need to ask Spidget if he's around really quick. But anyways, we're going to start off. There's no harm in doing 126 attack EVs in all 4 of these mons really quick. So we're going to start with that over at Nidorino's. If Spidget is here, he might know. Maybe on attack, no. Yes, it is. For sure. That's kind of always going to be the case. I see what you're saying for the Crawdon is actually mostly for raids. But, well, it is, like, decently for PvP, too, so... Maybe I do go full physical for that reason, for the team. It's, a good consideration, Tom. Favorite shiny? Shuckle number 1, Rampardos number 2, Stunfisk number 3. My favorite Pokemon and shinies are the same. A lot of what I choose as my favorite Pokemon is because there's, like, for me, like, shinies and Pokemon are very, like, intertwined. I'm just gonna DM Spidget on Discord really quick. Oh, quick question. Next, Crawdont still good, or is it roll after adaptability added? Basically, is mixed Crawdont viable, or should I just go full physical? It used to be mixed, but now seems physical. I need to replace Spyro soon. New game. We need a new game. Raids for seasoned pros. I wouldn't go as far as raids are for seasoned pros. Definitely at least mid-game players. The more you have, the more you've played, the easier they become, for sure. You can do raids. I have a series. It takes a lot of game knowledge and just time, realistically. I have a series last year where I made a new account. And I think within 5 or 6 days, I went from a new account to doing raids within 5 or 6 days. So you definitely can, like, do raids, but that also is because I have a lot of game knowledge and a lot of practice and experience. So, you know, don't take that as, oh, any new player can do this. It's more of like, hey, it's possible, but it may not be viable, you know? No, that's, you're asking, as long as you, like, you're asking great questions. I appreciate when people like Google questions before asking, but a lot of what you're asking are things that aren't easily Googleable. Like, how do you, I wouldn't know how to Google that or word that properly. You're fine, dude. You're perfect. I'm not sure. Maybe I do. I literally can't decide if I should. Yo, what's called? When I serve runs at Thin Road, I prefer the shiny here. Shiny Nidorino, much cooler than shiny Rhydon, in my opinion. I'm honored to hear that, Fruit Cup. Watching the stream, dude. Hell, I'm honored to hear that, man. Hell yeah, happy to have you. Hopefully the stream is entertaining enough, or it's fun, like live, somewhat educational, somewhat meme content. We discuss everything from PokeMMO to movies to other video games to Magic the Gathering, whatever the topic is. This was a cool mon. Good shiny, good shiny. I've never owned a Gligar shiny in PokeMMO. You could want to go for. I almost just ran instinctively from this horde. I can carefree EV train to 126 attack, but I might need to at some point decide whether I go mixed or full physical. I'm seeing if Spidget will respond. I could just leave it at one. I also I could just leave it at 126 for now, not Spatak train it, and then yeah, finish in the future. The shuttle lock, yeah, that was a crazy encounter. Good luck to you, Spliff. Good luck to you, man. 3 phases of Gravelers. Was something you know before. It's up before you leave for one of the storylines. A lot of people really like to travel between all the regions before finishing. I would hate that because I want to like be able to end game grind and like have level 100s and like get. But a lot of people enjoy that, which I respect. Pokerust does not exist in PokeMMO. The power items. It depends on what you mean, I guess, by the power items. Pokerust would be dumb as fuck in PokeMMO. I get asked this a lot. It's not dumb to ask, but like, if Pokerust existed in that shit would spread faster than COVID, bro. Like Pokerust would literally just every single Pokemon would have Pokerust. If Pokerust existed, it would essentially mean that every Pokemon would just gain double EVs. It would just be a blanket, all Mons gain double EVs. Mixed on Cronut? Yes, historically Cronut has gone mixed, but I don't think it does anymore after adaptability being added to the game. It used to go Ice Beam coverage in Dark Pulse sometimes, but it depends on... I need to ask like a specific metagame. I need to ask a high-level player. This is like a specific... Because it has gone mixed historically, but I don't think it does anymore after some recent metagame changes. But I kind of bred mine for mixed, but it doesn't need to be mixed. The memes. That's funny. I have no idea about that, Benny. I like the idea. That's funny. I can see them adding Pokerust to like the PTS servers. That's funny. Sometimes they'll do it like when when Jodo came out, they did something called a PTS, which is a public test server. Do. Items like Power Band and Inklet, they give plus 4 EVs for service set, I think, as it is. No, we don't have. We have like medicine, like vitamins in PokeMMO. I don't know if I understand the. Like we have vitamins, we can like buy those to like give your Pokemon EVs if you want to. Stuff like this. I have no idea, Zaldin, yeah. It goes hard. It does. Anyone can join the PTS. Great question. Yeah, PTS is a public test server, so it's just that it's public. Yeah, great question. When they do things like adding a new region to the game, usually there's a PTS that lasts a few days to weeks, where players can jump in, try to break the game, try to like find bugs. It's a totally different server. Like, it's not your real account. It's like a temporary. They usually delete it after they're done. It's just meant to find bugs and stuff. BTSs are really, really fun. In the US, it kind of took us a while to get into electronic music in that way, for sure. That is a Britopian W. What else makes sense to witness this Pokemon, I suppose? Yeah. So we have things like the training link, which doubles EVs, but it prevents all XP gain. But the training link is not that. I talked about it like just yesterday. Recently in a stream recap, I mentioned one of the big talking points was, is the training link worth it? I don't think it is. For some niche people, if you do like a lot of alt accounts, like obviously I don't think it is for the average player, but that doesn't mean it's not worth it for everybody, you know? Hell yeah, King Eddie. EV training is already just so fast in PokeMMO. Like, you can EV train 5 Pokemon in like 30 minutes. EV training is just so fast. EV training has never been easier. It's like insane how fast it is. Yes, there absolutely is. Ken check. I can link it to you. It's all purposefully copyright free music because otherwise on the YouTube streams you get cooked. So it's, if you stream or do content, it's perfect background stuff because it's copyright free. I try to find the best copyright free music that's also good possible. I really put effort into that. Yeah, of course. Thank you for asking. You need 6 OTs for PvP. No, you need 0 OTs for PvP. You do need a few OTs for raids. People asked that a lot recently. Yeah, there are power items that exist in Pokemon, but they're used for breeding. Thank you, Goggle. Yeah, they help transfer over IVs when breeding. You should switch Surf to the first move. Dude, hell yeah. That's awesome, Eddie. It's back in the day with the Jitsets, one of the strat was to get Pokerus power item. Yeah. God, it's already fast enough. I mean, fair, like, EV training is just doesn't need to be slow to be fair, but like it's just EV training's already so fast. I used to EV train in Pokemon in 2013. It used to take 16 hours to EV train special attack on one Pokemon. I'm not joking. You used to sit at Lavender Tower, run back and forth, and kill Ghastlies one by one for one attack EV per encounter. And also the encounter rates were incredibly low because it was Lavender Tower. So you have to run so many steps just for one encounter. Every Haunter you got, you were like fucking so happy because it saved you a little bit of time. Oh my god, that was EV training back in 2013 was fucking rough. That's a good example of like I do not wish that upon anybody. That was not a good change, a good thing for the game. Like yeah. Fuck good. Hey, good luck to you later when you get off work and can shut Carlos. Good luck to you, man. You can, oh hell yeah, yeah, pretty much. Also, don't argue to use without spin arenas, you can change the plenty fast. You have to train multiple at the same time. Back in the day, without spin arenas, at the same time, I think it's plenty fast. You have to train multiple at the same time. Yeah, now it's so fast. Now EV training is so fucking fast. It's insane. From like think about it, from 16 hours to 30 minutes. It's insane. One of the biggest. And that's a good change because people are just EV training to get to other content, and yeah. We need more mons than ever because of raids. Like it's better for EV training to be faster. Yes, they did. Wow, they did. Also, vitamins were even more expensive. Vitamins were so expensive back then, Bendy. Nobody used them. Nowadays, vitamins are a lot cheaper. I just kind of... Sorry, excuse me. I still have the boomer mentality of never using them because I'm used to like them feeling so expensive, but they're not so bad. Does this become a Rhyhorn? On 42 is a high level. Okay. I get the fucking fire ability patch today, which I'm so excited for. What would be cool items to collect? I like damp rocks. I think it's funny, or any of the weather rocks are funny. Fireworks. If you want something more niche, maybe like the incense or something. You could do like some random item nobody uses, like grip claw. That's kind of funny. Lagging tails, soothe bells, some niche item. Whatever item you enjoy, that also, you know, could be cool one day. I'm gonna move surf up. Ah, yawn. Fuck. Playing events, you have so many nowadays. Yeah, you have to get so many mons ready for events. Like, quick claw is fun. Yeah, dude, I had some crazy quick claw hits, yeah, for sure. My PvP arc. I'm excited. I think episode 14, the first PvP arc. Full Iron Man episode, I believe, releases this Sunday. Very excited for that. Go check. Yep, the Iron Man PvP arc begins. That episode comes out the 31st this Sunday. Very excited for that. That was a good. The whole PvP arc on the Iron Man went. Not without a hitch, but it went very successfully, I would say. Very up and down. I don't know if let's rely on the decks. Good for you. That's awesome, Crowded. Hell fucking yeah, dude. That's crazy. And you've completed the entire Pokedex, Crowded? That's fucking insane. Congrats, man. That's insane within 120 hours. You, like, hard went for those goals. Yes! Yes! I'm so glad you mentioned it, Tom. I would love to see who it was, actually. Oh, who was it? I should know the name. The first... This has got to be the world first. This has to be the world first. An Iron Man got the PvP hat recently. That there is no shot that's not the world first. I would love a screenshot, yeah, if you could find it. I believe it was it the tentacle hat or it's either the Dunsparce or the tentacle hat. I don't know which one. But an Iron Man got Xerex. Yeah, yes, thank you. Xerex got, it's got to be the world. I could be wrong, but it's got to be the world first. Xerex got the world first PvP hat. That's fucking crazy. Do you know how many games you have to play to get that? I have, for example, 1,200 matchmaking rewards, and that took me almost 80 games. What's the math on that? Like, it would be, let's say it took me 65 games to get 1,000 reward points, something like that. 65 so it'd be 10,000 points divided by, I'm making this math, it'd just be like 10, right? It would just be like 65 times 10, right? You'd have to play like 650 OU games to get this on average-ish with rough calculations. That's fucking insane. 650 OU games. To build an OU team fast enough on an Ironman account and then to do that much is... It's just not even is it hard on an Ironman account, it's also insanely time-consuming. That's so much grinding. Yeah, I believe you only get points when you win. I believe, yeah, match. Yes, correct. Yup. But it depends on win streaks and stuff like that. Was Xerex? That's so impressive. Look at that hidden power. That's funny. Oh, did I just over... Okay, well, I kind of over EV trained my core fish, and I'm trying to reach out to a PvP player. I'm trying to figure out whether it's worth to go mixed on Crawdot nowadays, but I think I just answered the question for myself. I think because I messed up the EVs, I bred this thing to be mixed to have that option. I think, even though I did that, I think it's just better to go full physical. I think Swords Dance full physical is just the strat nowadays. So, because I think before adaptability was added, in NU you would go mixed, but I think nowadays this thing's played in OU. I think you just go Swords Dance. You just go. Also, my if I'm gonna play it my rain team in PvP, my rain team is drastically missing out on physical attackers. You know, that's why I have a really hard time clearing Chansey. So, yeah, I'm just gonna lean into the full physical. We're just gonna EV train this thing 2v2 attack, kind of due to a mistake, but it works out anyway. So, copium. What's up, MMO Sky? How you doing, man? What's up, MMO? I mean, a lot, right? It depends on when you last play, right? And then how do I sum that up? I would read the update logs, man. That's a lot of stuff to cover. But what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Encounter count, official encounter counter, rates per minute yet? No, other stuff they've been working on. Official encounter counter added. What happened? VGC coming. Shiny Award number 2 happened. Incubators was a big drama. I'm not a huge fan of them, but they're in the game. What are you gonna do? Incubators, temporary incubators, chum buckets. Hey Pat, you in a watch from the thousand. Wait, Rumel. We've already we're gonna flex on it. We've already seen it, Rumel. And not only is Woomy Nation in it, someone else's as well, but now I'm forgetting. Oh my goodness. K4 Lit and Woomy Nation are both in that video, which is fucking crazy. Dude, it's a really good video. But you've already seen it. It's a really, really good video. I noticed Woomy Nation, and then I think Casey, or vice versa. I think Casey noticed Woomy. I noticed K4, something like that. I think I noticed K4. We were like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, we reached out to them. I even, there was a stream recap I did, Rumel, where at the start, I was like, we have 2 celebrities, and I did a whole little meme on it. It was really cute, man. It's a really fucking good video, dude. It was a really good video. Really good video. They were waterboarding someone. Yes, I got you, Tom. I think I appreciate, sorry to make you go grab that screenshot, Tom. I think I'm not gonna worry about it. Thank you so much. I already did the clip, but I'll have it for the future if I ever need it. Thank you so much, man. Yo, what's up, Moomin? How you doing, dude? If you have any specific questions, MMO Style, let me know. Yeah, VGC is they're gonna change. It seems like they're gonna change doubles to VGC. Is what the devs have been talking about, which is the official competitive game mode for PokeMMO, where you basically, or for Pokemon, sorry, PvP, where it's doubles, but instead of 6v6, it's bring 6, pick 4 to the fight, and you can like strategize and stuff like that. It's supposed to be way more strategic and also fast-paced. Out of story jail, nice, nice, nice. Always happy to hear that. Very interesting. I hate storylines. It's my least favorite part of the game. But it's interesting. There are so many people. I've noticed a lot of, and I need to keep this in mind and probably word myself a bit better. There are so many people who make YouTube videos trying out PokeMMO for the first time, and they always say like, take your time doing the storylines because it's the best part of the game. And I think that's a really relevant, like, that's true for them, you know? Like, I hate the storylines. They're my least favorite part. But for most people, when do most people quit PokeMMO? After beating all the storylines. That is the #1 reason people quit the game, is they beat the storylines and they don't know what to do after that. And then you have to set your own goals. And it's always say it's comparable to Minecraft. I don't know this, to be fair, but I would guess the #1 point where people stop playing Minecraft is after beating the Ender Dragon. Right? I feel like that's most people's, because it's a natural, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a natural end point, right? It's the end of the game, you know? But I feel like it's where the fun begins, you know? It's, you know, we do as a goal. Yeah, but that's true. A lot of people just, certain goals are structured. When you load into Pallet Town, the game is giving you the goal of get to the Elite Four. You're given a predetermined goal, right? It's a lot harder to make your own goals, which is true, and I totally get, you know? Especially if you don't know what the end game, how do you make end game goals if you don't know what your goals options even are, you know? That's why I've made videos like 63 things to do in PokeMMO. I actually changed the title recently to 63 goals in PokeMMO. I'm trying to... the most important videos are things like... This is my favorite video I've ever made because it's so fucking crucial to answer the question. It's so important. I was checking that video really quick. Yes, we actually talked about it earlier in Enforcer. I didn't watch the video, but I need to. Dude, I've been talking about player-owned houses in PokeMMO for the past 3 years. I'm really glad there's other creators and other people being like, hey, that's a good idea. Like, that's... I've been trying to push for that. No, you're perfect. Don't worry about it. I've been trying to push for player-owned houses for like 3 years, and I love that. And like guild halls especially. I love that other people are getting to that. And Epoch, I'm assuming he laid... I watched... There was a forum post that I read. The people that... It was him and Clue. Clue like laid out all the points so well. Then they like put in more details, whereas a lot of like me talking about the houses was just like brainstorming, you know? Like I didn't really lay a plan out like they did, which is a fucking big difference. Yeah, we really need some sort of guild hall in PokeMMO. I've said for a while, Team Mister has a massive problem where we literally can't fit all the people we need to in a channel or in a location for a screenshot. Like our team is too active and too big. Sorry to like humble flex, but like it's a problem. Like we need a team picture for Shiny Wars and we fucking can't get one. That sucks. We have to like edit it, you know? That feels really shitty. So yeah, sorry not to cringe flex, but another game anyway. Yes, that's the all the screenshots repurposed to show like, hey, like I love the globe in the Gen 5 PCs, that like rotating globe. I love that. I would love that in a home, you know, in game. I've always loved the visual of that. Enforcer, how did you get this touch grass icon on Twitch? I'm fucking jealous. That's awesome. What is that from? Having the touch grass icon is so good. Touch grass emblem. That's so good. To do one of the Irons meeting? Yeah, but we need a guild hall for the Iron Man. Not a bad idea, Moomin. Flipping an IRL stream? Wait, wait, what? That's so funny. Share an IRL stream. That's it? That's all you have to do. That's so funny. Now I want to go for that. There's like achievements on Twitch now. It's a great... Got my attention. Great icon to have. Alpha and Jodo? Oh, really? I think I'm good on... I have a Gallade built. I shouldn't need the Curlia, but I appreciate it. I don't think I need another one. I have a really good Gallade, thankfully. I was not online. No, I'm not old enough to remember the Falador massacre. That was... I didn't play RuneScape back then either. I didn't play old school RuneScape until old school RuneScape came out. Until like 2013, something like that. Yes, yeah, Brian. I love my Gallade. It's such a powerful fucking mod, you know. That was a whole... When did I do that? I don't know what episode that was. It might be in an episode that's not out yet or something like that. So I don't remember. Progress so fast. It's... Dude, it feels so fast. It feels so fast, but I'm over 700 hours now, Brian. It's fucking great. Time is just zipping by. It's crazy. Alpha's Miltank. Ooh, that might be like one of the few alphas like not worth going to on the Iron. I could go to it, but like just for Miltank. All right, here is the final horde, fellas, for 252 attack EVs on everything. Beautiful. Now it's time to switch over to, I think we're either going to do, I don't know what we're going to do yet. Either Spatak or HP. Just switch on to the next EV. I can't believe it's already been 700. Yeah, I just literally can't believe it. It's just been like consistency, Brian, you know? I feel like it went by so fast. How'd you guys rate Shiny Shinx? Visually or rarity-wise? I guess I can do both. Visually, I would put Shinx at like 7.5. Pretty high up there. Rarity, it's like a 2.5 out of 10. My rarity scale is extremely harsh, though. I have a metric somewhere. Some notepad document. I can show it off in a bit if we yeah, I gotta do this. Should I just do HP? What should I do here? What do I most need? How to eat it on PokeMMO. That I don't know. That is a guide I like to, you know, not talk out of my depth. I'm a married man, so I wouldn't know how to do such activities. I don't want to do speed right now, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. These will get trained for speed at the same time. I have to do HP for Rhyhorn. Awkwardly. Let's do it like this. Okay. The best way for Breloom is single encountering in Petalburg Woods. I usually go... I'll try what's it called. How is that faster than egging? Isn't it uncommon? Egging, do you not know how slow? Sorry, not to... Egging is so... Well, egging got a lot faster recently, to be fair. But, oh my god. How is that faster than egging? Is it uncommon? Bro, egging is so much... You never want to egg. Egg is the worst way to shiny hunt. It's just the only way for certain Pokemon. Egging is only better than like lore or yeah, egging's extremely expensive. Yeah, you don't want to egg with incubators. To be fair, I was sitting there pinchy with incubators. I don't know. That's the fucked up thing, is I'm not used to. All the math changed. Also, temporary incubators are probably coming this month, at the end of the month, right? They talked about... So, dude, I don't know how the fuck you plan stuff like that. It's possible that it's faster to egg now. The problem is... Okay. I don't know. The question you would ask yourself, I would guess, is egging now like 700 hours? What's the time on it now? I don't know. Single encountering for Shroomish would be 1,000 with 10 phases of singles. It's 1,000 hours versus like 700ish. I don't know the hours now. And then are you willing to pay 150 million Pokeyen or 180 million with Ditto prices for a 300-hour save? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know the fucking... Everything's changing. Boomer Patrouski out here. No, I think 10 phases is the number. I think it is 10 phases on average. That I've asked a lot. That I think it is 10 phases. I think it's 10% chance for Shroomish. I think it is 10 phases on average for a Shroomish. I think that's correct. I think it's 20 for Zorua. To be honest, yeah. I think it's good. There's always gonna be a meta. I think you could know the meta, but then go off meta if you want to. Just do whatever you enjoy. Yeah. All right, let me... Is it Hariyama that's up here? I don't know. Is that in Hoenn? It's in Hoenn. We're gonna do Hariyama. I don't usually train there, but fuck it. I believe Hariyama's HP. Yeah, you use lures. Well, because also because the faster, what's it called? You use lures for sure. As attacked? Oh fuck, does it really? I was trying to spice things up. Why is it Machamp on the fighter team list? Slow. Slow and bulky, not what you need. You want fast and hard hitting. Machamp has 55 base stat speed. Harry, true. Might just go Stunfist. I love myself some Stunfist. Love a shiny Stunfist on the iron. All right, I think we're gonna do HP EVs next. I'm just HP EV training Scizor and Rhyhorn, but it has to be done because Rhyhorn needs it. So 2v2 attack, 2v2 HP. This will also complete Scizor, so that'll be fantastic. I'm gonna be at Stunfisk because I like Stunfisk, and I would love a shiny Stunfisk on the iron. Yeah, exactly. There are other fighting mons that hit as hard if not harder, that are also faster than Machamp. Raids right now are just in glass cannon metagame. Like that's maybe that'll change. Like maybe this year they'll rebalance things. But historically, raids are just glass cannon. Do as much damage as possible. Move before your opponent and then die. It's just so good right now. We'll see if that changes this year. What a nice comment. Also just his priorities wouldn't hurt a bit. That like Machamp, if you like had 5 good fighting types and you needed a 6, I think in my today's video, Machamp was on one of my teams because I just had one, you know. Oh my, yes. No, Pokegym, you're spitting unbelievable facts. I find it really funny how raids shifted from raids literally went from the slowest and the tankiest turbo setup only, iron defense, calm mind, like stored power, blah blah blah, into leech seed, into now it's just glass cannon. Yeah, it's very interesting. Now it is cool, like we do a lot of setup. Like I like that. Once again, I don't want to make raids sound too one-dimensional because they're really not. We have to utilize things like defog, things like gravity, you know, the tons of other, you know, that's super fair. BVT, happy to hear from you, dude. There's so many cool moves that we utilize during raids that I think is fucking awesome. The prankster tailwind stuff, the screens, you know, like, dude, hell yeah, Gemini, what's up? Yes, there you go. I think Cody nailed it. Machamp is not a terrible option. 1000%. Yeah, if having a Machamp built, not a bad thing. It'll do fine. There's just better options. There might come certain raids where Machamp is too slow, gets outsped and killed, you know, kind of middle ground. That you're not. There are certain raids that become a lot more middle ground. You're not wrong. Alpha Suicune was kind of middle ground to like pretty tanky, but it's definitely far in between, I would say. But that is true. Good point. What is this on? Rhyhorn. I probably do want Rock Slide over Rock Blast. Rock Blast seems kind of funny, though. Did anybody go Loaded Die Rhyperior? Is that a thing? I want to put it over the other one for now. Yo, what's up? I love the name Copium Gaming. What's up, dude? Yeah, you'll be able to get some use out of it for sure, Blue Yoshi. Also, if you just like Machamp, like, once again, when it comes to PokeMMO, as long as you're making progress, you're making progress. Like, as long as you're playing the game, don't... I think sometimes... I have this problem. I can speak personally. Sometimes we worry too much about... I worry too much about, like, being the most efficient at all times and, like, making the most progress and blah, blah, blah. Like, just play the game. Just as long as you're doing something, you're probably fine, you know? As long as you're not AFK at the PC, you're probably fine. And even then, if you're sorting your PC, go for it, you know? There is an Iron Man Discord that I vaguely know of. I think it's shouted out. I'm not in it active much, but it does exist. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it does exist. I don't have stuff on the runs. Yeah, there you go, man. People trying to get PvP Swampert. Ooh, the PvP Swampert reward. That's a cool one, dude. Nice, man. Let's see, we're at 80 HP. Okay, we're just slowly. Yo, thank you, Toady. There you go. Thank you, man. I need to make a note on my calendar on my phone. Just finished my first one on Kanto and I'm trying to get Moltres. Good luck to you, man. Yeah, it's got a few days to do it. Good luck to you, dude. We're just going to brief for profit right now. Dude, it's tough. It's I can't tell you any specifics. I'm playing my Ironman account, so I just don't know like what's up to date on what is the best mon. I can link you the classic video, but you've probably already seen it if you're asking. If you just Google what's the best Pokemon to breed for profit, I have a video that comes up, and that video is purposefully made to be evergreen. It's a thought process video. It's not like oh, here's the mons that are hot right now. It basically teaches you the thought process and teaches you how to find the mons that are good for profit. However, having said that, it's just the market's just slow right now. It's tough. I think the best ways to make money right now are just pure yen ones, Jimmy runs, trainery runs, berry farming, and then waiting until event season comes around. Saving your money to make investments. Yeah, Pokemon are just worth nothing right now. It's really brutal. I appreciate it, King Yeti. I try, you know. I have a retro video game collection, so I like trying to show off a little bit of that. It's just, I've had Spyro 1 on forever because it looks so nice, and it's just a really good, it looks pretty, it shows up pretty well for like a TV to webcam thing, you know. Tutorials on it. I'd have to hook up my laptop to the TV. It's not like a smart TV, but it would be funny. That feels a little too douchey, like put my own videos in the background, but it's funny. I do not know that. That'd be like a forums thing. XSM. I'm not familiar. Oh, it's Giga Chat. It's a good. It's hard to go wrong. The spawn, like the spawn location in Spyro 1 is one of my most nostalgic maps you could ever show me in a video game. The like hedge maze and like the green grassy hills, the little like cobblestone path. I fucking love the spawn area in Spyro 1. It's so nostalgic to me. Yeah, it's like it's very possible that making good IV Pokemon right now and then selling them during event season is a really good money making method. The problem is it's really risky, and then the second thing is that I don't like investments that take up PC space. But however, like PC space is just so valuable. However, having said that, I missed out on one of the best investments of all time because I don't like investments like that. When the 10th anniversary event happened, they introduced a little thing called Alpha Starter Pokemon. I farmed 3 of these Alpha Starters on 3 different alt accounts, and I sold them for 500,000 Pokeyen a piece. Now, at the time, I was ecstatic. Oh, I spent 1 hour across 3 accounts, and I sold them for 1.8 million Pokeyen total. I was like, holy shit, I made 1.8 million Pokeyen in 1 hour. That's insane profit per hour, right? However, now they're worth fucking 12 mil. So if I had just bought some and held them or held my own, that's like a woulda, coulda, shoulda thing. But yeah. That's, yep, a lot of people are getting alts ready, for sure, Supa. Gotta stretch my legs. Goodness. Crunched up down here. Okay. Oh, the stream is becoming very fucking chill mode, bro. I'm gonna be honest. We're just EV training. I'm boring, boys. I'm sorry. We're just sitting here EV training. We'll be getting the complete Johto Pokedex quite soon. We just have to EV train these Mons. Get this Rhyhorn into a Rhydon. Go EV train special attack here in a quick sec. React time. I do have a video that I want to react to, actually. Maybe that is something we could do. We have a fair bit of HP. I don't want to have to switch. Let's finish HP. I don't want to have to switch to special attack while react. Let's finish HP, then we'll react to something. I have something in mind. I'll get it up and ready. How about that? Good call, by the way. Okay, we'll have that ready to go in a quick sec. PvP vid. It's not a PvP vid. Don't get baited. Sorry. It does look like it, though. What if they had an EV training charm? EV training is just already so fast. We just don't... You can EV train 5 Pokemon in like 30 minutes. I don't think we need to buff. Like, I don't know. But also, like, because it's so fast... it's just, yeah, I don't think EV training needs to get buffed or nerfed. I think EV training's in a good spot. It's already so fucking fast. One of those things, like, you know, why not, I guess, an EV training charm? It wouldn't, you know, really hurt anything. The spin. I fucking love the Stunfist area, man. I have so much nostalgia here. For those who don't know, fun fact, this is actually where I got my first ever shiny Pokemon in PokeMMO. Yeah, I have one of my Twitch point redeems is an offensively bad British accent, and that's the joke, is that I'm terrible at accents, and that's the bit. It's not supposed to be like good. Yo, what's up, Tobernack? Happy to see you, man. Welcome. Hey, dude, welcome back. The bug has kicked in for you, I can see. It ain't lie. I'm honest about it. I don't, you know, that's kind of that's the bit, you know. Give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, that's wildly high. I appreciate the generous. I'm scared to hear a 1 out of 10. Yeah, I don't know about... Wait a minute, King Eddie. Wait a minute. I don't know about that. The only accent I do is British, okay? That's the one that I do. Even if they're really bad, yeah, that's the meme. Halloween event. Hell yeah, man. Happy to have you, Tobernack. Happy to have you, man. I haven't. I would love to listen. I really like Chance. I think it's memed on a lot. I really like Chance the Rapper. I don't know if I've ever heard any of his albums from cover to cover though, to be fair. I'd love to give it a shot. I'm interested. Appreciate the heads up. Dude, that's honestly something that would probably make me so much happier. I should try to listen to new music more often. One of those things, I don't have a lot of time. I don't sit down and try to listen to like new albums. Like I don't follow my favorite artists, like new albums, as much as I should. It's a fun time, man. Favorite single encounter lore spot in the game? Great question. I really like Route 210 in Sinnoh. The spot with amazing US accent. Hell fucking yeah, dude. I think that's yes. Giga Chad, bro. Hell yeah. I love like a Southern American accent is funny to me. A South, like not like a South in the US. The funny accent to hear people do. I would love to hear more Britopians do like Southern US accents. Like that's a really funny one in my opinion. Recall Cali. Yeah, fuck. Cali girl. Yeah, fuck. Texan accent. I'd have to practice. I don't know if I can do it. My British one's bad enough. I already combine when I do a quote-unquote British accent. Realistically, it's just the ignorant Americans' interpretation of British plus Scottish plus Irish plus Australian all combined because I barely know the difference because I'm stupid. Like that's the joke, is that it's just like literally, ha ha ha. Watch this. Watch American do funny thing. Oh, fuck. I did the... I'm used to... Sometimes this area is water. Sometimes it's ice. And it's hard. It's like adjust your pathing based on that. This should be one more horde, right? Okay, 2 more. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Music pause first. Because Australian in there for... We're just... Okay, Americans are just dumb. We just group them all together, okay? It's really stupid, okay? That's the point. It's better to acknowledge a flaw than pretend it's not there, you know, sort of thing. Was it impressions? I'm not. I respect it. That's cool. Cool talent. Why is this? I try to do, like, I think it's better to be aware of it, you know? I'd rather be dumb and aware of it than dumb and not aware of it. That's my motto. How do you mix them up? I don't know how to, I don't know what to tell you, man. They don't teach us a whole lot of geography here in the US. It literally took until I started streaming to learn the United States. Like what state? Like I would say when I started streaming, we took a states quiz and I got like a 46% on our own United States. Now, after streaming, thanks to Oso giving me incentives and actually making me do, I got like an 86% now. Now I actually, you know, not too shabby. Smartest American when it comes to his own country's geography. Giga Chad. Clowning on you now? That's it. It's kind of the bit. When you're an American, you get clowned on for geography. You know, when you're a clown, you get clowned on for being a clown. It is what it is. All right, this should be the last horde. Let's see. Yep, 2v2 HP EVs, beautiful. That's the Scizor and Rhyhorn done. I will have to XP train the Rhyhorn up to 42, and then I'll evolve him as soon as I can with the Protector into Rhyperior. That'll be that little piece of progress. Next up is Special Attack. I have some speed EV training to do as well, but I'd like to wait for another day. It's not required for the... I don't believe... Well, maybe it will be, actually. It depends on when Magmar evolves. We might have to... We've been... This, to be fair... EV training's really fast in PokeMMO, but I've had to EV... I'm going to end up having to EV train like 4 different stats. So this is taking a lot longer than I expected. But now I need to go Special Attack, EV train. I think just the Magnemite and Magby. Yeah, just these two. Yeah, just those two. And then I'll need to speed EV train Magnemite, Magby, Metatite, Corphish, and yeah, just those 4. Okay, so... Yep, we have 2 more EV training spots to do. I want to finish the Pokedex just as bad. I want to get it done too, but you got to do the right measures, go through the right process. I want to be impatient so bad, but we can't do that here. We are so close. I'm going to show once again. We're at 253 out of 256. I love this spot for EV training as well. Eat more. Okay, I'm going to get set up. I'm going to go use the restroom really quick. I'm going to be right back, fellas. I'm going to use the restroom. We're going to come back, and we're going to react to a cool PokeMMO video while we EV train. So I'll see you guys in a quick sec.
You've been talking about patience, hoping for everlasting. You're known for talking crazy. I know it's infatuation. You know how I feel inside. You know what is real and I rock with your vibe, but I don't think that we should tie. I know for real, I know the deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. I know for real, I know the deal. So please set me free. Just let me be.
My husky and I have already walked miles today. It's his B-day tomorrow. The bit, dude, that's so cute. Got all his treats ready. That's fucking amazing. Good for you, man. Happy birthday to the fella, preemptively. What a good, really cold. I'm not saying anything, but like boring cold take. But what a fucking good dog breed, huskies, man. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I can't believe we're over 24,000 encounters on the account. I can't believe we're over 24,000 encounters on the account now. That snuck up on me, I feel like. All these numbers, everything's sneaking up, dude. 700 hours, 24,000 encounters. Where did that come? I'm just playing the game. Where did that come from? That's so wild. Okay, I want to react to this video. We got a good video to react to. In my opinion. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe it's bad. I saw the first like 2 minutes. It could be bad. I never know. I doubt it. It seemed nice. Okay. Pause this. Crank sound up. Okay. Gonna be Eevee training in the background. Okay. All right. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. I've been playing PokeMMO since 2013. I have over 10,000 hours in this game, and I firmly believe that one of the most important things of keeping an MMO healthy and a game healthy is understanding the plights and the feelings that a new player feels when playing PokeMMO. A casual player experiences when they load up the game for the first time, how it feels to try to get into the game, because MMOs especially are known to be very complex, very difficult, very hard to get into. They require a lot of time and effort, and you have to understand you don't need to balance around new players entirely, but they should be considered. Usually people always say, oh, don't balance the game around hardcore players. That's too, it isolates too many people. I agree with that. I also don't think we should balance the game around casual players. I think it should probably be in the middle, right? Really boring, cold take, but we probably should be somewhere in the middle where what's the hardcore player, what the best player can do should be like balanced around, and what the casual player, what the average player is able to do should be balanced around. Now, I want to react to and talk about this video today. I've only seen the first 2 minutes, so we're going to jump into it. This is called Is PokeMMO Worth Playing in 2025, made by It's Phantom Fam. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Thanks to him for making this video. It'll be linked in the description. As always, when it comes to React content, I really want to make something transformative and add to it with my thousands of hours and years of experience. That's the whole point of this. I think I can adequately add to this. So let's go ahead and jump into what he has to say.
PokeMMO, the largest Pokemon MMO on the market, has been growing rapidly the past few years.
Especially since, I'm going to pause a lot, 2021, I myself started making content, as well as a lot of other people, and it really just snowballed a lot from there. Ever since 2021, and then into like the 10-year anniversary event in 2022, I believe, into Jodo in 2023, we saw a lot of big updates, a lot of big changes that have just snowballed the game's progression immensely.
its fair share of good updates and a few recent updates that have come under scrutiny.
I wonder if he'll bring up incubators and jump buckets. And what I'm curious of his thoughts.
I've put a fair bit of time into PokeMMO myself, and recently I started a new account to see what PokeMMO has to offer for a new player experience.
So I don't think this, yeah, it's not like a true new player, but he wants to experience it through a new account. There's still value there for sure.
We'll go over what I like about
I actually try to start a new account every at least 1 or 2 years to do this kind of similar thing, usually make a challenge out of it.
The game, what I don't like, how the devs have been updating the game and the controversy surrounding a recent update, and finally, whether or not PokeMMO is the right Pokemon MMO for you. Let's start with what I like. One of the things I like a lot is the community. The community in this game is incredible. It
is really sweet and really fortunate. It's almost always one of the #1 things people mention immediately is the community.
It's the largest player base by far of any Pokemon MMO on the market, which comes with a huge dedicated community that truly love this game. If you are looking for a community to get involved into and one that'll stick to this game till its dying breath, this is the Pokemon MMO for you. There's also
MMO players in general are just very dedicated generally.
So what I like is a lot of YouTubers that play and make videos.
It sounds silly. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm also fucking biased. We really underappreciate like I grew up playing PokeMMO and there were no content creators. Like there was nobody. I would follow anybody who streamed PokeMMO on Twitch, even for like 2 seconds. It was so hard. There were no YouTube videos. There was no guides. I dreamed, I tried to be the Pokemon content creator that I wanted growing up. That's what I always say. I would have loved a daily content creator for PokeMMO. It would have made me so happy and engaged growing up.
For this game that really pump out.
Guys, you might need to turn your speakers up. It is so loud on my end. It's cranked all the way up. I think it's a speaker. You got to turn your speakers up, as Soja Boy once said.
I really enjoy the
I
fact
ain't yo
that
daddy. Turn your speakers up.
There's going to be 1 or 2 or even 5 new videos of different YouTubers uploading on PokeMMO every single day. So if you're playing this game and you want to listen to or even watch videos while you're playing, this is super easy to do with PokeMMO. Naturally, I'm a huge proponent for YouTubers, seeing as I am one myself, and I really enjoy playing games and watching YouTubes. I just said YouTubes. I sound like a 90-year-old. Regardless, I like watching videos, and this game has a ton of videos to keep you occupied while you're playing the game. Another thing is they have player and official events going on all the time. So if there's not an official event going on, most likely somebody is creating a community event that there's something to be doing almost every day in the game, which is really cool.
Your audio is cooked. My PC is at 100 volume. My Streamlabs desktop audio is at maximum. Everything's at max volume. You need to, your audio's cooked. Turn your speakers up. I'm sorry you listen to your iPod at 500% volume on your fucking way to the bus stop in high school, okay? Your ears are cooked. My shit's turned all the way up. I'm sorry.
Well, the community is
okay, I'm permabanning you. I'm gonna watch the video. Now I have to fucking restart it. If this is at all listenable, I'm gonna crash out. I swear to God.
All right, yo, what's up?
Oh my God. The YouTube viewer, when the voice of the person making the content is louder than the React content.
Patrouski.
Time into Poke.
I'm sorry. You need to turn your speakers up. It's literally fine. I'm sorry. Turn your speakers up. Turn your speakers up.
To see what PokeMMO has to offer.
Okay. I don't own speakers. Yeah, are you muted? I don't understand.
Playing in 2025, made by its fans. So
these volume levels are fine.
You're playing.
Audio is at.
They were fine the whole time. You guys are. I'm sorry. It's actually people who like don't. I don't. Oh my God. That's actually insane. I got gaslit so fucking hard. Holy shit. Holy fuck. You're so wrong. That shit. Mods, if anybody said that shit should be like, that shit triggers the fuck out of me when people spam too quiet when I'm reacting. Holy shit. Turn your speakers up. Where's the Soja Boy clip? I'm playing it. Soja Boy, turn your speakers up. I'm not your daddy. Turn your speakers up. Turn your speakers down. Holy shit.
Man, y'all don't get out my chat. LA Cafe, you can suck my dick. Y'all niggas, bro, y'all better turn your speakers down, bro.
Turn your speakers down.
I don't give no fuck, bro. I don't care if the music loud, nigga. I'm not your daddy, nigga. Turn your speakers down, pussy, nigga. Y'all stop complaining like some hoes.
I didn't say all this.
Fuck wrong with y'all.
This is funny as shit. This is how I feel, okay? Turn your speakers up. You're rage baiting. Turn your speakers up. Holy shit. You have terrible audio. You're the problem. Turn your speakers up. Holy fuck. I love that. That Soja Boy clip is one of the best Twitch clips of all time. Holy shit. Okay, let me fix. Now I have to fix this whole Oz situation because I'm not your daddy.
All
You
right.
didn't fucking
Yo, what's
turn
up?
your
My name's
turn your fucking
Patrouski.
speakers up. People will have fucking my shit's all the way up. Oh my god, I'm so tilted. Anyways.
A huge proponent for you.
Wow, do it for me, daddy. Wow, I can't turn my own speaker. I'm the wow, I can't help myself. Wow. God, I fucking hate it.
YouTubers, seeing as I am
No, I didn't say that. Okay, that was Soja Boy.
myself, and I really enjoy playing games and watching YouTube.
God, that was a crash out. You can that was a good crash out marker. It triggers me, man. I fucking hate it. Oh my god.
All right. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. I've been playing PokeMMO since 2013. I have over 10,000 hours in this game.
Oh my god,
I
nobody cares about you. Shut up. Fucking dumbass. Patrouski? One sec. I just clicked draw on the video. That's not what I what? What is happening? I'm crashing out. The audio stuff
I
rage baits
wanted
me.
growing up. That's what I always say. I would have loved a daily content creator for PokeMMO. It would have made me so happy and engaged.
Shut up.
There's going to be one or two thing. This is. I like watching videos, and this game has a ton of videos to keep you occupied. I'm a huge proponent.
It's actually
for YouTube
so loud. I can't
seeing as I
believe
am
you
one
got.
myself,
I'm
and I
tilted
really
that you guys were like,
two
turn
or
it
even
up.
5 new videos of different videos. Naturally, I'm a huge proponent for YouTubers, seeing as I am one. I really enjoy. I just said YouTubes. I sound like a 90-year-old. Regardless, I like watching videos, and this game has a ton of videos to keep you occupied while you're playing the game. Another thing is they have play. Most likely somebody is creating a community event that there's something to be doing almost every day in the game, which is really, really cool.
Your audio is cooked. My PC is at 100.
What if I just leave it in? Sounds like the audio's in a fishbowl. I don't know how to fix that. That's just a fucking. I don't know how to fix that. That's always been the problem with all my. I don't know how to fix that. That shit's cooked. That's just how my shit be sounding. To be fair, this old flip bag, yeah.
While you're playing the game. Another thing is they have player.
Yeah,
and
that's why
official
it
events
sounds.
going on.
Here, what did I crash out
I
at?
sound like a 90-year-old. Regardless, I like watching videos, and this game has a ton of videos to keep you occupied while.
I have to cut my own thing. Should I just leave the crash out in?
Everything's at max volume. You need to. Your audio's cooked. Turn your speakers up. I'm sorry. You listen to your iPod at 500% volume on your fucking.
Do I just leave the
way to
crash
bus
out
stop
in?
in high school? Okay, your ears are cooked. My shit's turned all the way up. Your ears are cooked. My shit's turned all the way up. I'm sorry.
The community.
Do we just, I might just leave the crash out in. I think it's funny. But maybe that's cooked. I think it's funny.
Is really there's something to be doing almost every day in the game.
Is PokeMMO worth playing? No, that's how to make transformative content in 2025. React Part 1. I have to separate this. Yo, what's up, JJ? How you doing, dude? Ooh, I forgot. My wife sent me an amazing image. Watching it back as fishbowl? Okay, that makes sense. Now watch the clip of you watching it back, sure. I have to. Yeah, I don't I don't know, dude. Your voice is a little louder than the video. I don't understand. Obviously, sorry, you're just saying, because yeah. Maybe I'm dumb. If I'm react contenting something, I should be like 100% volume, and the video should be 50%. But for some reason, that's how I feel. Some people want the video to be like 200%, and then you just go watch the video. What? Some people will watch react content, but just want to watch just go watch the. I'm sorry, you want to watch me fucking go AFK and jerk off while you just watch the video on my screen. That's not how we do react content here. We actually transform the content here. I'm not gonna go fucking AFK and get food while watching your fucking video. Fuck that, bro. That's dumb as shit. We fucking actually say things here. I'm sorry. Okay, anyways, I'm crashing out. Holy guacamole. Yo mama. To explain it all, yo mama. Okay. All right, we are post crash out. We can get back to the React pod.
which is really, really cool. The community is really top notch on Pokemon.
But yes, he was talking about daily events. Dude, people don't realize there is a PvP tournament every single day in PokeMMO. Literally every day, an automated PvP tournament. You can head over to the in-game menu, go down to the bottom right, go to the Pokeball. Let me show it really quick. And then click tournaments, and you can see current tournaments. There's a doubles tournament tomorrow. I think there literally was an NU tournament. Yeah, an NU tournament today as I'm recording. A doubles tournament tomorrow, two doubles tournaments tomorrow for some reason, an OU tournament on the 31st. There's more upcoming. Usually they will schedule more out as well in between these, but there's like so many PvP events almost every day. There's 3 catch events every single week as well, which is more geared towards the average player. I don't PvP, so I usually do those. There are so many catch events every day that are like super friendly to all types of players. It's one of the most underrated parts of PokeMMO. All my stream recaps, I constantly like call out the upcoming catch events and stuff because it's a lot of fun. It's a way to get involved with the community and usually win overarching prizes.
PokeMMO. Another thing I really enjoy is the fact that you get to play through 5 different regions. They are fully fleshed out regions. There's no like small little bits in here and there. It's a full playthrough every single region from Kanto all the way to Unova. I really enjoy this aspect of the MMO. You get each playthrough, you can build your own team, which makes each playthrough special. It makes each playthrough actually take its time. It feels like you're playing through a genuine Pokemon game while you're playing PokeMMO. It feels like what we would want out of an official Pokemon game with official regions. This one's got you covered, even though
1000%. I think it's the best way to put it. Is like all the regions are so seamlessly integrated. It just feels like an official Pokemon game put together.
it is unofficial. Now, the playthroughs are genuinely difficult as well. So beating each Elite Four is...
There is increased AI in PokeMMO as well as like items. We always talk about like there's a fire gem Growlithe that just randomly roams on like the SSN. There's random gems around. Blaine is one of the hardest gym leaders in all of PokeMMO. He has a ton of access to coverage, things like Wild Charge on his Rapidash, Solar Beam on his Rapidash. He sets up Sun with like Ninetales or like Drought Torkoal. There's so many crazy things to like plan around. If you just run a water team into a fire gym in PokeMMO, the odds are you're gonna lose. You can't just do typing. You have to also factor in power and counterplay and predict what your opponent's gonna use.
Is difficult, it's fulfilling, it's something you have to plan for, you have to make teams. Now, of course, there are ways to cheese things, and you can run certain things to make the game really easy to just try to rush your way through it. But realistically, most people are making their own team, and they're just taking their time through the playthroughs, and that's exactly what I feel like you should do when you're playing this game, because this is the best part of the game, in my opinion.
This is a really interesting thing that he says. And this is a thing that I should keep in mind more. I hate the storyline runs. It's literally, it's my least favorite part of the game. I like getting to the end game and grinding, right? I hate the storyline runs. It's a pain in the butt to me. But a lot of casual players or the average player loves the storyline. So I often will give the advice of, hey, rush through the storylines and get to the end game. That's the real content. That's like telling Minecraft players, oh yeah, rush to beat the Ender Dragon, and that's where the content begins. And that's how I feel when I play Minecraft. But a lot of people, beat the Ender Dragon, feel lost, and then quit the game. So I kind of feel like I sometimes can set people up for failure in that way. So I need to start reminding myself and reminding other players, hey, if you like the storylines, take your time. If you don't, rush through. It should be that simple. I mean, it is that simple.
Opinion.
But it's interesting to hear.
The graphics are really solid because they're built on the actual ROMs of Pokemon. So you have to actually have the Fire Red ROM. And
I feel like the graphics in PokeMMO just like, it literally is like so far and above and beyond every other Pokemon MMO, in my opinion.
I think either black or white, or maybe black to white, so I can't remember which one specifically it is. But building off of these ROMs makes the graphics naturally be those ROMs graphics. And all the battles are done in Gen 5 graphics, which means you get Gen 5 sprites, which I think is easily the best Pokemon has ever looked.
Agreed.
Is in Gen 5. So I really enjoy the graphics.
I think Gen 5 is the best
all of them come together as well in this charm that I feel is very welcome for the Pokemon community. I really enjoy the graphics in this game. The fact that all of this also can be played on your phone is incredible, and having it done with
mobile is still pretty new. PokeMMO's only been on mobile for, I want to say, 3 years. It's hard to remember exactly. They brought in a new developer for the first time in over a decade just to have someone be able to code the game in iOS. They took it that seriously, which I think that was a really smart move.
ROMs helps with that transition and makes it super easy to play this game, and it feels very, very easy and inviting to play because of the graphics. I really enjoy it. I can't talk enough about the graphics. I think it's really, really solid. lastly, I'm going to talk about it in things I like, even though I personally don't like it, but the PvP. I don't like PvP. I'm never a PvP person. I don't like PvP Pokemon. I like PvP in other games, but never in Pokemon. Just never.
I play it every now and again, but I'm mostly the same.
Never been something that I've enjoyed. I've just never, I genuinely dislike it really, really bad. But with that being said, this game is amazing if you do like PvP. What I really enjoy about it personally is there is a ladder system so that if I did want to get into PvP, I could at any moment just join the ladder. And there's even a ladder for like random Pokemon fights. So I just get a team of random Pokemon. I don't even have to build it myself. And
Randoms are fantastic for new players because you don't have to build any of your raid teams or any of your PvP teams. Sorry, excuse me. One of the hardest parts of getting into PokeMMO PvP is just building the teams. And then also, after you build the teams, people that play PokeMMO PvP are really good. In my opinion, your average PokeMMO PvP player is better than your average Showdown player. Because people that play Showdown can just spew out a team and just like, you know, go into it. It's whatever. But in PokeMMO, you have to dedicate hours and hours and hours to building the team, spending the Pokeyen on the team. So when you do that, you take it a lot more seriously versus Showdown players will just like casually spam through games, right? Every game is taken with more delicacy in PokeMMO, and the average player, in my opinion, puts a lot more care and effort because they've put more cost into it.
And then can try to fight somebody and try to beat somebody with this random team. Now, I know there's a lot of randomness with that, but it also comes with a lot of skill because you have to see
very skill-based format for
adapt
sure.
to this random
Randoms.
team that you're given and also adapt to the random team that you're fighting against.
It has some problems. I would love to see things like Jumpluff, Leech Seed Band, Shedinja Band, Wobbuffet, Doug Trio. There are some uncompetitive things in randoms that are not amazing. The over-reliance on stall in this current metagame, but overall randoms is a fantastic format.
Not only that, but it has a system in place where you can watch every person's battles. You can check the usage of each Pokemon. You can check the usage of each item.
PvP statistics are amazing. Most people know this. If you don't know, PvP stats are a resource in-game. You can literally just go straight up, go check what Pokemon are being used. You can see their win rates. You can see their most used items. You can see most common allies, most common natures, abilities. It's insane. It's such a powerful resource. But beyond that, I think one of the coolest resources, if you ever like try to get really, really good at a game, you know how important VOD reviewing is. And PokeMMO is one of the few Pokemon games, if the only one, where I've ever seen VOD reviewing available within the game itself, where you can go see all the tournaments, go see players, go see the best players. If I was new to PokeMMO and I wanted to get good at PvP, one of the first things, in my opinion, you should go do is go to the tournaments. I'll show you really quick. One sec. Go to the bottom right, like we talked about before. Go to the little Pokeball. Go to tournaments. Go to tournament history. Let's say I want to learn OU. What's the best, OU team? What's the best OU player? Let's go to this OU tournament. I can just go straight up, scroll down to the finals of this OU tournament and just straight up watch this game. That's insane that I can just go watch the highest of high-level games, see the meta, and then unfortunately see that this person's playing stall and close out my monitor and never actually look at that ever again. Holy fucking shit. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the video. Oh man.
You can see the setup of Pokemon.
Unlucky.
You can see all of this at a glance very easily. So it makes it, at the very least, I don't love PvP, but it makes entering PvP significantly easier.
It really does.
It
Like,
makes it
yeah.
to where the transition
Other than like Showdown, PokeMMO is probably one of the best Pokemon games to get into PvP for.
feels natural.
It feels
You can
rewarding.
look at what's good, what's bad, what's having success, what's not. You can try something new. You can do different ladders because there's like OU, UU, all that kind of stuff. You can do so much. The PvP is about as fleshed out as you can in regards to PvP in Pokemon.
I want to stop and say this video is doing such a fucking phenomenal job at being a brief general overview of PokeMMO. I've played this game for so many hours. I always say when you become like so entrenched at something, it actually becomes harder, in my opinion, to explain it to the average person or to a new player. If someone asked me to explain PokeMMO in a few words, I don't know if I could. I'm going to sit there and yap and yap and yap. It's really, really hard for me to condense and zoom out and view things from a wide, like average casual perspective. So this guy's doing a great job at that.
Pokemon, and I think that if you are a PvP fan, you will love this game because they give you a lot of tools and a lot of things to make PvP as seamless and usable as possible. Now let's go over the things that I didn't like, but before we do, please keep in mind that this is just my opinion. This is how I see it. I've put in a decent amount of time in this game, but I'm not an expert in every aspect.
The things that
please don't.
The things that with the I know he's not like a new player, but with a newer player's perspective, even if what they don't like is like wrong or where they don't maybe didn't understand something, it's still important because that feeling is true, right? That feeling needs to be addressed, right? If a new player starts to play PokeMMO and is like, oh, I feel like there's no endgame content, right? Well, if you play PokeMMO, you know there is a ton of endgame content. However, the feeling, that sentiment they're speaking to, there is some truth to it, right? If you take it and you try to like be charitable and understand, what does that player really mean when they're saying that? Well, in my opinion, what it means is, I'm a new player. I don't know how to set goals for endgame, and I don't know what the endgame has to offer. And I think that is a really true problem that we have in PokeMMO. There is so much endgame content, but most players don't know what that endgame content looks like, how to get started, how to set your own goals. And that's really tough. And I think that's taking the complaints and being charitable and twisting them into an actual thing we can work on is really, really important.
Flame me in the comments if you just completely vehemently disagree with me. This is just how I see it, and this is what I think about this game and what I don't like. The first thing I have to say is the difficulty of setup. Now, I know most people that play this game have already set it up and have already know the process and have done it probably.
No, this is actually so fucking true. He's going to explain how like getting ROMs and stuff is... People that play PokeMMO often don't realize or forget how difficult it is to install the game. If you have, any sort of tech understanding or, yes, it is somewhat easy because we understand, but like the average younger player doesn't. I don't think people realize how many people don't play PokeMMO because they just don't want to install it. Don't want to go through that. It's very easy to stop because we know it's easy. It's easy because we know it. We're used to it. We're boomers, right? But a lot of people who aren't used to that sort of installation, they'll just never play. And that sucks. We're missing out on so many players because of that.
Multiple times. Maybe
to be fair, I don't know if there's a way around that.
Even done it on your phone, things like that, but it's not as simple as other Pokemon MMOs on the market.
Yep.
Other Pokemon MMOs on the market, you click download and you play the game. This one has more setup. You have to have the ROMs in order to play this, and you have to be able to install those ROMs in the game. Now, it's not difficult. It's genuinely not difficult, but it is a hurdle that new players...
He's so right. It doesn't need to be difficult, but it is just one extra hurdle, and that hurdle stops people.
Players will have to jump over.
He's so right here.
Normal for other Pokemon MMOs, and it's a good thing that it's like this because I think it gives it longevity, and I think it's a good thing for the game overall.
Yep.
But I will say that is something that a lot of people are going to struggle with, and I know this.
And I don't think there's even a way to fix it. It's just a downside of PokeMMO.
Because
there's just positives and negatives
all the time on how to do something, and you'd be surprised at something that seems easy for somebody might not be very easy for others. So just know that if you are not terribly technically inclined, this might be a little bit more difficult for you. If it is difficult for you, I have a video linked in the description going over how to play PokeMMO. So I have you covered if you don't know how to do this, but that is just something to keep in mind. And I know that you veteran players know how to do this, but some of the new players are going to have problems with this.
Yep.
Also, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here because I can already hear someone saying it in the comments. They're going to say something along the lines of, well, it's like this because they don't want to be sued by the Pokemon company. I promise you, at any moment, at any time of the day, the Pokemon company could come to PokeMMO and say, get off our market.
This is a tough one. I'm not a lawyer. I mean, they could. Anybody can sue anybody. That's the thing, right? I'm not a lawyer. From my understanding, based on, and copyright law is very subjective. There are metrics that need to be met, but copyright law, from my understanding, is literally a persuasive battle in court. You're trying to, like any court case is, but like more than most things, it's a persuasive battle. You're trying to argue things. I don't know if Nintendo could beat PokeMMO in a legal battle, but the thing is, I don't know if they need to. I think that if they wanted to take down PokeMMO, they could, but the way that they would do it is they would just war of attrition them in court. I think the strat would be to just drain out their funds because they're Nintendo and they have the funds and Pokemon probably doesn't. That would probably be the problem. However, it would be such a bad look for them. They already do this, I guess, but like Pokemon's bigger than people realize. It'd be such a bad look. There's no reason to. I always say, I don't feel like PokeMMO and traditional Pokemon are competing over the same market. I don't think anybody is like, oh, I was gonna buy the new Pokemon game, but instead I'm going to play Pokemon. I don't think anybody does that. Most Pokemon players that I know buy the new Pokemon game, play it for 2 weeks, and then come back to PokeMMO. Because PokeMMO has the longevity and has like the end game that modern Pokemon games don't have, and the difficulty, right? But modern Pokemon games are still fun. It's either people like me who would have never played the modern Pokemon games, like I just have not played one since Gen 6. I would have never played them in the first place, or it's people like, you know, my other people that I know who buy the new game, play it for 2 weeks and finish it and just come back to PokeMMO. I don't think they're competing over the same market, in my opinion.
Now closed. Here's a cease and desist, and they would have to listen. There is nothing stopping the Pokemon Company, the largest
He's kind of not wrong. If they came after them, I think they could win a war of attrition.
media franchise of all time.
But I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Coming in and shutting down PokeMMO. I hate that there's this rumor that suddenly, like, they had to do this certain thing, like they did the ROM, so it's legal. There's nothing legal about what
I'm not a lawyer. I don't think that's true.
PokeMMO is doing.
I don't think that's true.
They
but I
are
could be wrong.
allowed to exist by the Pokemon Company. And I don't know why the Pokemon Company allows this and not other things, but I promise you, I don't see any evidence. And I would love if you genuinely have evidence that they were.
I've done a few videos talking about this topic and talking about it's like arguably a legal gray area, but from my understanding, there is no copyright infringement.
Given a cease and desist, and then they changed some things to make sure they're compliant. If that is the thing, and I want to see that, I genuinely want to see that, but I have never heard other than anecdotal evidence of people saying that, and then other people spew that nonsense. I think it's nonsense. I think the Pokemon Company could shut PokeMMO down and all.
I mean, once again, the argument. I'm not gonna harp on this too much. Anything could any company can sue anybody for any reason. It's a matter of, will the argument stick? Will they win in court?
All the Pokemon MMOs with a snap of a finger if they wanted to. They don't. I don't know why they don't, but I promise you they could. They're a massive company. You are using their IP. It doesn't matter. You can't just get away with it because you're using it on a ROM. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, this is wrong. So, emulators are perfectly legal, right? So maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's trying to say, but it sounds like he's saying, like, no, an emulator, PokeMMO is essentially a fancy emulator that allows for online play, okay? Emulators are perfectly legal. That's why PokeMMO is legal. You can dump your legally owned ROMs, like we all do, off of our Pokemon cartridges, and then play PokeMMO. That's totally fine. The only illegal thing is illegally downloading and stealing the games online, right? Emulators are fine. Emulators are not illegal. It's that the illegal acquiring and distribution of the ROMs is the problem. Okay. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I think that he is just wrong about that. But I could be misunderstanding.
Tangent over back to the things I don't like. And the next thing, after defeating the regions, there really isn't a ton of things for players to do that are PvE focused. Make sure you hear.
So it's funny. I literally just brought this up. There is, however, I do empathize and understand a lot of players don't know what those activities are and don't know how to set their own goals. It's very similar. Well, let's let him talk a little bit more.
That end part, PvE focused. If you like PvP, there's hundreds, if not thousands of hours to keep you occupied. But for somebody like myself, who I enjoy PvE content.
I've played PokeMMO for over 10,000 hours, and I don't play a whole lot of PvP, just for reference.
I really think after you beat the regions, there's not much to do. Other than, like, shiny hunting, which...
Didn't Nintendo take down Citra and Yuzu, though? I could be mistaken. I'm not as understanding of those cases, but wasn't that because they released a copy of, like, the new Zelda game before it had even released yet? That was because they, like, did a huge no-no where people were playing the new Zelda game before it was even physically fucking released yet. So, yeah, Nintendo got really fucking pissed and, like, attacked. Yeah, but that's not because of... Yeah, an emulator... Emulators are fine.
Is its own thing, and if you like that, great, but if you don't, that's, you know, like, and I personally don't like that it's 1 in 30,000, so it's not something that, like, I don't view that as content necessarily.
Okay, I take issue with this video. You're just not viewing shiny hunting as content?
Don't like that it's 1 in 30,000. So
what?
Something that great, but if you don't, other than, like, shiny hunting, which is its own thing, and if you like that, great, but if you don't, that's, you know, like, and I personally don't like that it's 1 in 30,000.
Sure.
So it's not something that,
feel
like,
free
I
to
don't view that as content necessarily.
Feel free to disagree with liking shiny hunting or liking the rate. That's fine. That's an opinion.
Necessarily. And then, like, maybe
not viewing it as content that's like saying I don't like movies, so I just don't view it as media. That feels extreme to me.
Creating Pokemon and making them the best they can be. That's the next thing to do. But, like, outside
what did he say?
of that, Eating Pokemon and making them the best they can be. That's the next thing to do. But like outside of that, yes, there are like raids and there's some later game stuff
He's naming a lot of content. There's raids, there's making good Pokemon, there's shiny
you
hunting.
can do, but that's only during event season, which will
That is a fair critique that raids are only during event season. I'm hoping they make them permanent soon. I wonder if he'll mention gym reruns, trainer reruns, the battle frontier is criminally underrated. There's so many
Get
things.
into his
Making
other-
your own goals, doing Nuzlocke, doing alt account runs, doing an Iron Man account like I'm doing.
why
I understand. The complaint of there not being enough endgame content for PokeMMO, there is some truth to it. Like I mentioned, he's kind of doing the same spiel that I hear from a lot of players. There is a lot of endgame content, but you have to make your own goals. I think people confuse PokeMMO for an RPG when it's a sandbox game or like an MMO sandbox. It's like saying Minecraft has no endgame content, which almost nobody, no guided endgame content. Yes, that's true. And we need to solve that. Don't get me wrong. That's a problem that we need to solve. Don't get me wrong. However, I don't like when people, and it's tough because, you know, I don't like people say there is no endgame content. It would be like saying there's no endgame content in Minecraft. No, there's tons of endgame content. You could literally build infinitely, but not everybody, what's it called? Not everybody wants to load up a notepad document and write down their own goals, which I understand. That's not for everybody's cup of tea, but there is content, just not content you want to do. Like he said, like shiny hunting's not content to him. It is content, just not content you like, which is fine. A lot of people quit PokeMMO after storyline runs, which is totally fair. I think with so many live service games nowadays, we've kind of forgotten, you know, we used to just buy Spyro, play the game, beat the game, and move on. And that was normal. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with playing PokeMMO until it's not fun for you and moving on. But then I don't like when people say like, oh, the game is bad because of that. You finished what you wanted to do. It's not the game's fault. It's your responsibility. You ran out of things that you wanted to do. You moved on. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But why blame the game? Why blame the game?
Reliance on event season, which will be the next point. But for this point, like outside of events,
I do agree. I wish raids and dungeons like that were available outside of event season. That seems silly to me. I don't get that.
And you completed the game, like I mean, I guess you could go to catch events. And
He's gonna do the same things. There's so much to do. Just not guided content. It is not. PokeMMO is not a game for people who want to be guided in their handheld. Not to like disrespect. Like it's a very open-ended game.
And that's about it. So I really think there's a lot that could be fleshed out with the PvE side of PokeMMO.
There is a lot that
hasn't been
true.
done, that
There's
has
always
been done
more
in other Pokemon MMOs. There's a lot of things to do in other Pokemon MMOs once you beat the Elite Four.
I don't know if this is I don't agree with this. As someone who's played pretty much every Pokemon MMO on the market, I think this is not true. There are some other things. I think PBO has like some really cool stuff and is working on some really interesting like big boss raids outside of just events. I don't know if there's that much more other PVM content in other Pokemon games, aside from like cooperative stories, which a lot of people really like cooperative stories in like Pro, I think, for Poke1 has those, that PokeMMO doesn't have. That's a really cool feature that'd be interesting to see. I don't think other Pokemon MMOs are doing so much more PVM content other than PokeMMO. I almost would argue PokeMMO, not to be biased, but I mean, I am, has more PVM content than those games as well. It's just less guided.
That I really think they need to get around to doing for PokeMMO. So let's talk about the reliance on event season. This is the last thing I talk about.
This is a big problem.
I don't like. Then we'll talk about some controversy about a recent update. But one thing I don't like about is the reliance on event season, and that's generally between like Halloween and Easter-ish. That time frame between like October and April is really like
it's like October to late February.
They're like event season, quote unquote. And I think the PokeMMO devs can kind of be a little too reliant on this time of the game to where it feels like if it's not during those times,
he is 1000% correct here.
You're kind of just playing the game and there's a lot less to do.
Okay, wait. The jokes write themselves. You're kind of just playing the game. I do agree. Event season is overloaded in content. The problem is preparation is so important for events, and preparation is so important for event season and for MMOs in general. Okay, so really, most people that I know start preparing for event season in like August. Right now it's August, right? They start preparing for event season in August. Be ready for you want to prepare for everything in August. Be ready for Halloween on October 31st. Be ready for the Christmas event on December 25th, 26th. And then be ready for the Lunar New Year event on whichever day that falls that year. And then, so you start preparing in August. Halloween event comes around. That lasts from like the 31st to like the 15th or so in November on average. It's always different every year. 15th or so on average. And then you only have from the November, then you take like a 5-day break because event season's exhausting. You're playing a ton of hours a day, do a bunch of content. So you take a 5-day break, go to like November 20th. Now you only have like November 20th until December 25th, which, by the way, if you're a normal person, IRL, you're Christmas shopping, you're spending time with family, you're organizing things, you're getting gifts, like you're doing a lot of other stuff. That's why it's so important to prepare prior to event season, so you're not like in the middle of event season being like, oh shit, I have to prepare these 10 raid Pokemon right now. I totally agree. Event season is super overloaded. It is go from like August to end of February, which sucks. However, the reason why it feels like we're just playing the game outside of, we probably should feel like we're just playing the game more often. Event season almost starts to feel not special enough because there's so many events all the time. I think sometimes people almost reverse the complaint of like, oh, there's too many events in PokeMMO. It's that there's too many events back to back to back. I really wish we could like, it's just hard because they're holiday events. I think it almost hurts me because I love the Halloween event, but I think if we're going to get rid of one of the events, I think it's probably the Halloween one or the Christmas one, honestly, but I love those two. I love them, but adding a summer event instead, or just keep all the events and add a summer event, I think has been the general sentiment for a very, very long time. Yeah, if we had like 2-3 months between each event, exactly. I wish things were a little bit more spread out. I wish things were a little more spread out. I would have said Lunar New Year event. The PokeMMO Chinese player base is huge. I don't think they'll ever get rid of it. Like, as an American, I can be like, oh yeah, get rid of the Lunar New Year event, obviously. No, that's their best event by far.
But then when those event seasons come around, there's a lot to do and there's a lot of things. I don't understand the idea of
That's fair.
End game content behind these seasons.
I agree with this. I totally agree. I don't know why raids aren't permanent. They're working on it, I think.
That the way they've set up their in-game content,
I agree.
It would be broken if it's just available year-round. But I think
They need to balance
can
it around that,
balance the game around having content year-round.
He's spitting facts, 100,000%.
Seasons, and I think that event seasons are good. I think they're fun. I think they're enjoyable. I think that it's cool to be doing things like that. I'm all for that. But for whatever reason, all PokeMMOs do this. I don't know. Pokemon MMOs do this. All other Pokemon MMOs do this as well. They like wait for their big updates during this time, so it all kind of happens at once.
Yes, that's the other thing. So fun fact, PokeMMO didn't do this for a long time. For a very long time, PokeMMO almost never dropped big updates during the holiday season. They would almost always save those big updates for like the summer and drop the big update in the summer and then save, like they would almost never drop it. All of a sudden, over the past 3 years, they also started dropping all their big updates during the event season. I don't know why they started doing that. They dropped like the Heatran raid, the permanent Heatran raid last year, like during Christmas. Why? Why not save that content until like so you can distribute the content? But that made no sense to me. I don't get. He's spitting facts right now, 100,000%.
Like drought during the rest of the year.
Yeah, there is a content drought. I totally agree. From like March to August.
Spread those things out than to just have them jammed into that specific event season, especially between Halloween and Christmas. That's like the big season for all Pokemon MMOs, and PokeMMO is no different. It's kind of reliant on that, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and I wish, because I recently played through this game when it wasn't during that season, so it felt like, okay, I'm not getting the full PokeMMO experience because I'm not playing.
I wouldn't say that. I don't think you need event season to have fun in the game, like he's kind of making it phrased as. I think it's just like it's a special time. It's an extra cherry on top.
And within that event season, you could say that this gives you opportunity to get ready for event season during the off season, and you need some breaks to that. I think that's kind of cope though. I think that it's reasonable to have.
I think the base game should be the normal game, not the events. He's acting like the event season is the norm, which it should not be.
Consistent updates year round, and then maybe ramp it up a tad bit during that Halloween Christmassy area. But I think ultimately it's better and more healthy to have it spread out and to enjoy the game year round, so it doesn't feel like you're only playing for event season. So let's go over the updates of Pokemon.
Wait, I love his OT.
So
one sec.
Like ultimately, it's better and more healthy.
Sorry, this is
to
important.
Have it spread out and to enjoy the.
His OT is Pokeball me Blazer. That's a banger. Is that a dodgeball reference? Okay, this guy just got like plus 20 points for that.
PokeMMO, and we'll go over some controversy when it comes to that just recently. That we'll
I want to
go over
see
just a little bit, but
his
what
perspective.
I do enjoy about this game. is that although they do tend to have the bigger updates be during event season, I do love that there is consistent updates with this game. And it feels like just in the past like 3 or 4 years, the game has updated a ton, and they've added a ton of stuff in regards to
We've been going through a renaissance over the past 3 to 4
like
years.
new ways to get good Pokemon, like alpha Pokemon. They've added legendaries, like roaming legendaries, like Zapdos. Or sorry, I'll just say the birds.
I mean, they added legendaries for the first time in Pokemon over the past 3 to 4 years. That's a new concept for us.
Dogs. You can get the birds and the dogs. Instead of listing all of those, that'd be annoying. You can get all of those. You like they added things to do.
I respect that was a cute little add-on. I respect the instead of listing them all and shit. Yeah, birds and the dogs.
And I think that's really good. But
I like the way this guy yaps. I like his rambles, even if I disagree with him on the one. I think he fell into one of the typical casual player pitfalls. But also, I don't know how you get out of that pitfall as being a casual it's almost impossible. So I don't blame him for that, you know? I would blame, I do think there is a lot of in-game content in Pokemon. I do blame the game for not guiding the player a little more or giving a player a little bit more direction. You don't need a handhold, but I think, I've been saying for a long time, one of the best ways to solve the gap between players beating the storylines and then that's the hardest gap in the game is people finish the storylines and then quit, right? An achievement log. I think an achievement log, something similar to old school RuneScape, would be a godsend for PokeMMO. It would give players a list of things to do and then knock off an achievement, get a little badge, get a little reward. I think that is one of the best things they could add to the game.
It's been an update, and we're going to
turning average players into endgame players is the most important thing you can do. Besides getting new players in an MMO. We get a lot of new players, thankfully, but we don't do a great job of transitioning them into veteran players. And that's our fault. The game and the community to some extent.
Controversy. I call it that. I don't think it's actually called anything, but that is what.
Wait, did he mention incubators? Let me see.
I call it that.
All right, one sec.
Update, and we're going to talk about it, called the egg incubator controversy.
I'm curious on his take. Generally, the casual players, I'm, the hardcore nerd, dumbass version, right? Generally, my take is that they buffed eggs so much, which if you don't know, egg shunting is the rarest shiny hunting method in PokeMMO. And they buffed it recently in one update by, I think, 40%. And they plan to introduce a pay-to-win RP item that also is going to end up buffing it by around 300%. Not exactly, but around 300%. That is insane. As someone who loves shiny hunting, I'm okay with a 20 to 40% or 20% buff. 40% is insane. I'm okay with a 20% buff. I'm okay with power creep. I understand that as a veteran player. I understand power creep has to happen to keep people interested. I don't mind that. I'm a realistic hardcore player. I don't mind things getting a little easier over time. They will. I'm not the old school player who's like, oh, I had it hard, so you have to too. No, that's crazy. That makes no sense. It's illogical. I want what's best for the game. A 40% buff or a 300% buff in one update? Can you point me towards one example of where that's been done in a game from like for a piece of content that wasn't just newly added to like balance it out? Can you point me one example where that was a healthy change? Because I've never seen a game do a 300% buff and it be a good change ever. I can't imagine how that would ever be. I can't imagine that. Yeah, you went from being able to hatch 5 eggs in one inventory to 15 eggs with temporary incubators once they get added.
I call it that. I don't think it's actually called anything, but that is what recently has been happening, and everyone's been talking about this. So those of you that are new to this game, I'll try to catch you up on the controversy. So in PokeMMO...
So I'm curious, a lot of the casual players' perspective who don't egg shunt are just in favor of it blindly, from my perspective. Well, I shouldn't say that. The charitable take is there's two sides. There's the hardcore player like myself who is like, you want egg shinies to be rare. They're the rarest shunt in the game. They don't necessarily need to be accessible. Shiny hunting is accessible. You can free shiny hunt and get a shiny within 30 hours is the fastest one, right? Maybe like 24 if you use certain things, right? There are accessible shunts. I don't think the most rare shunt in the entire game needs to be more accessible. I think it's fine for that to be behind the most difficult thing in the game should be difficult. I don't think it's a hot take, but there is an argument that the average player has. If your argument is, I think that the special feeling of getting the rarest shiny in the game is still special enough after the buff, I think that's fine. I don't think people are wrong who are against or who are in favor of the change. I don't think they're wrong. But there has been a lot of bad argumentation from some of those players. That's the I don't mind. Both positions are valid. but there has been a lot of bad argumentation, so I'm kind of spoiled from that. So excuse me.
You can hatch eggs like you can in any other Pokemon game, and normally you'd have one Pokemon that you run around with and 5 eggs, so you can hatch 5 eggs at a time. What recently happened is they added both permanent and then we're gonna add temporary incubators.
They should be coming at the end of the month.
To hatch this faster. As of now, and I think still is the case, you can get 8 permanent incubators, so that means you can have 8 eggs hatching at a time, while also being able to do anything else in the game. You don't have to actually have the Pokemon take up the slots. It'll be in a separate place where you can actually use the incubators. So that's already came under a lot of controversy. You came from 5 Pokemon,
which is a crazy buff, but also makes hatching more engaging. I think there's like a fair, like, incubators do have a place. I wish it was 6 permanent incubators would have been a 20% buff, as well at, well, minimum, as well as all the other I'm sorry, I also said 40% before. No, right now currently in game we have a 60% buff because it's from 5 to 8. I'm terrible at math, but 6 permanent incubators I think would have been the way to go. It makes hatching more engaging. You can do other activities, as well as it's a small 20% is still pretty significant. A 20% buff. I think that's reasonable.
Being hatched at once to now, if you did the 5 in your inventory and you did 8, that's 13 being hatched at once. So it was already a huge buff. So it was already under a lot of scrutiny, but as of now,
wait, what did he say?
Huge, and you did 8. That's Pokemon being hatched at once to now. Already came under a lot of controversy. You came from 5 Pokemon being hatched at once to now, if you did the 5 in your inventory and you did 8, that's 13 being hatched at once.
I think he's misunderstood. You can't hatch eggs. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. You can't hatch eggs in your inventory anymore. So now it's just the 8. It's just the 8 at a time. Right now it's just the 8, but they're trying to add the 7 more temporary incubators at the end of this month.
So it was already a huge buff. So it was already under a lot of scrutiny, but as of now,
it's an easy misspeak.
What I understand, all of those have already been added, and you can already use those now.
Yeah, permanent incubators are in. Yeah.
Most people didn't have a ton of problems with that. It just felt like it was a huge buff, and it was kind of like, okay, that's interesting. But they also...
That's a fair point. It might have been led with the story mode eggs. Yeah, the story mode eggs you probably still hatch in your inventory. That's a good call. It's an easy, doesn't matter. It's an easy mistake to make. Not a big deal.
They have yet to add it. They put it on the back burner. I think they are kind of slowing it down and waiting for the controversy to kind of fly over before adding them. They're adding 7 more incubators that you can buy on the cash shop. So you can spend your real money to buy 7 more incubators.
I am shocked how many players are in favor of this.
Taking you up to 15 incubators and be able to hatch 15 eggs at one time, but of course only if you pay. And the reason why this is impactful is because a lot of people do hatch eggs in this game because they go for egg shinies, and there's a lot of stuff that's with that. I don't really want to go into all the intricacies of hatching and breeding in the game, but it is a pretty impactful process in the game. And just even hatching eggs, not even necessarily for shiny hunting, but you can even do it for, you know, getting real Pokemon, good Pokemon. You can make money by breeding Pokemon. So there was a lot of breeding, a lot of things going on, and this kind of just changed the game in a really heavy way. And a lot of people felt like adding those 7 incubators.
This happened right before Shiny War, the Super Bowl of shiny hunting, and it totally threw off every player. And they delayed Shiny War starting, which people had taken off of work, meal prepped for. They delayed Shiny War by a few hours. People like woke up at specific times, got perfect. Like, that was really bad. Love PokeMMO. That was a massive one of the biggest fumbles I've ever seen in history of PokeMMO was the way they handled the start of this year's Shiny War. Unfortunately, the war ended up being amazing, but
people to either pay
that start was rough,
or pay to have somebody else sell that to them, because you can sell the in-game items with in-game money. You can sell it to other players. You can buy it from the cash shop and then sell it to other players for in-game money. And so in other words, you would have to have these incubators to be fully efficient.
Yep.
So it really felt like, yes, there are a little bit of pay-to-win aspects to the cash shop, but they're very minor, and they feel very like almost like not worth it necessarily for the pay-to-win. But this
that is true for I was gonna say this is
much feels worth it. Where like the biggest,
he has obviously he just agrees with me, so I'm biased, but he has a really good perspective. Like, after he gave the endgame content take, I was expecting him to be more of a casual player, but he's kind of more, I don't know, he's kind of all over. He's got his own takes. He's got his own man. I'm surprised. I respect. He has his own. I haven't seen. I respect this.
Biggest buff I think is like a 25% XP buff from like the quote-unquote membership of PokeMMO, but for this, like that's almost 100% efficiency going from 8 to 15.
It's real. Well, it's really 5. We're going from 5 eggs to 15. It's a 300% buff.
It's like a 90, 85.
Plus the ability to do other activities and ×5 horde and other shiny hunts while you're hatching the eggs.
Better, like
it's
just
over a
instantly
300% buff.
pay money as opposed to if you didn't, or if you had to buy it from somebody else. So it just seems a little too greedy. I think if there was maybe 1 or 2 temporary incubators, it would make sense. And if it went from like 8 permanent to like maybe 5, just to make it a little bit more reasonable, that would.
He's spitting facts. He knows the dialogue.
Makes sense. That's just my personal opinion, though. I would love to hear your guys' comments on the controversy in the comments down below. I know it's been a big topic recently with PokeMMO, and I'm very surprised that the devs have tried this. We'll see if they go through with it. I'm hoping they don't. I think it's really stupid if they do. But again, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear the other side of it. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I know
the other side of it is that it makes the rarest shunt in the game more accessible to new players and more accessible to the average player, which is like something to consider. The problem is I don't think once again, I'm going to counter, the rarest shunt does not need to be accessible to the average player. That's okay. It's like when people like, could you imagine a player, I haven't played WoW in a long time, but like a new player playing World of Warcraft and being like, man, why can't I played World of Warcraft for, 20 hours. Why can't I do the hardest raid in the game on nightmare mode or whatever? What the heck? Like, what, they should make that more accessible. And it's like, no, that's the end game content. The whole point of MMOs is to have, like, for them to value your time and for them to have you make this long-term progression. If you put more time in the game, you'll get better. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Spent a lot of time talking about things I don't like, and also the controversy. But overall,
I think it's a great video.
I believe this is a really, really.
I think the only thing, I'm no lawyer, so I also could be wildly wrong. I think he's wrong about some of the copyright conversation, but I could be mistaken. And then the other thing, the only thing I disagree, like there's 2 things I took issue with this video. The copyright thing, I think he might be wrong, but I also don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not smart. The other thing is the endgame content claim of PokeMMO. And even though I feel like he's wrong there, his sentiment is true. And his his feeling is true. And we need to solve that. The PokeMMO, the game itself, does need to guide players more. We do need to have some sort of direction post the storylines like the achievement log mentioned.
Really good Pokemon MMO. It's one of the best, if not the best, Pokemon MMO on the market. Personally, I don't think it's the best MMO, but I do think it's really, really, really solid. And I think if you're a fan of Pokemon, you have to try this out. I mean, it's one of those games, like a rite of passage. Like, have you played PokeMMO? No, we'll get on it. Because it's just one of those that you're probably going to enjoy. If you like Pokemon, you're going to like PokeMMO. It's basically the same experience, just enhanced with more players and more things to do. So genuinely, I think check it out. If you guys enjoyed this video, though, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe.
This guy has good perspective. He is no casual. He, fell into one of the things, but I think one thing is feeling this is a great video. This guy did a great job. Go like his video. It'll be linked first in the description. Go subscribe to him. Check him out. I think this is a really well put video. We managed to turn a 17-minute video into like a 50-minute video in classic Patrouski style. But I hope you guys enjoyed the yap. Hopefully you learned something. You had some extra insight added, and this wouldn't have been possible without its fam making this video and inspiring this conversation and sharing his perspective. And I think he did a fucking fantastic job. So much love to him. Shout out to him. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like his video, subscribe to him first, and then if you want to, you can like my video, subscribe to me, follow me on Twitch for streams like this, usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, but that's kind of up in the air right now. We're kind of changing our schedule. I upload videos every single day regarding PokeMMO. I love this game and playing it for a very, very long time, but there are a lot of issues we still need to solve, and that's really important to talk about. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Saved. Please save. 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 Saved. Please save. Yes! Who cares about the fucking disconnect? We saved it. Who fucking gives a shit? Okay. Woo! We saved it. Saved. Parties. Refresh. It's saved. No new link. Who fucking cares? No new YouTube link. Woo! Okay. We are so back. We are so motherfucking back. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be so loud. Oh my god. Woo! I just realized that was gonna be really loud if I didn't turn it down. Holy guacamole. Okay, we're so back, boys. I made that video long as hell. That was a 50-minute fucking react. Okay, my mouse is omega breaking. I'm gonna be so honest. It's all the fucking crash outs, I'll be honest. All the crash outs. Wait! Oh my god, no. Wait. Wait. What time do we have to go to Olive Garden? I forgore. OMG, are you home? What's the plan? Question mark. Question mark. Oh no. I have to finish this ASAP. Chat, we're in a rush. The wife needs Olive Garden. We're in a rush. Not the garden. Chat, we're officially in crunch mode. The wife needs Olive Garden. She needs the garden. We have to fucking enter crunch mode. Gotta lock the fuck in. Go, 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 go. I might even fucking, I need to level this up near a fucking magnetic. I'm gonna use XP candies for sure. Do I have to, ooh, can I... Wait, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I think I have it. No, I gotta. Okay. Okay, chat, I totally fucked up. I promised my wife we would go to Olive Garden at 4:30 p.m. It's 4:42, okay? Never be late for your wife at Olive Garden. Okay, that's the moral of today's lesson. I'm going to go use XP candies. I'm completing the Pokedex now. I'm doing it now, boys. I'm completing it now. I'm gonna go use XP candies to level up my Rhyhorn into Rhydon. We're doing it. Fuck it, we do it live. Fuck it, we're doing it now. We're doing it live. We're doing it now. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to... What does this need? Some weird item. Magmamizer. Boomba. Boom. That's... We only need 3. We need 3 more species. Boom. That's 1 out of 3. We need 2 more. We need 2 more. Godspeed. But yeah, think. We need to go level this up near a magnetic field. I believe the Kanto power plant works for that, right? We're going to go do that with an XP candy. We're going to go grab our Rhyhorn. I will see you guys to complete the Pokedex in 2 seconds. We're fucking doing this. I'm not making her wait. Charge Stone. If my stream crashes, I'm going to crash out. Charge Stone. No F. Thank freak. Is it anywhere in Charge Stone, Oso? Use Charge Stone cave? Okay, based. Okay, we grab Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn. We grab this. We finish XP training later. Fuck these fuckers. Boomba. This seems to be level 42. Okay. Okay, let this be a lesson to never make your wife wait for her breadsticks. XP candy. Okay, we use this on Magneton. 1 level. Boom. Magnezone. Achieved. 1 Pokedex entry left. 1 left. Just Rhyperior. Yo, what's up, Dominic? Happy to see you, dude. It was a long stream. Appreciate it, dude. Much love to you, man. I appreciate it. Okay. XP candy. Okay. Okay, next up, we level up our Rhyhorn into Rhydon. Level 42. We need 7 levels. Boom. This should let it evolve. Then we use a protector item on it. Oh, fuck me. This over this, I guess. Hoping no stream crashes, pretty please. Earned your breadsticks. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay, here's the evolution. Let's see. Jodo. We're 1 away. Okay, protector. We're gonna speedrun this. Speedrun. Watch. Come on. No, come on. You're trolling me. You're wasting ticks, bro. No gold split. We go this. We want this. Okay, out of battle. Okay. Protector. Okay. Boom. Our 1 protector. Boom. Boom. Jodo Pokedex completed. That is our first ability patch on the Iron Man. That is specifically the fire ability patch. That will give us hidden ability Charizard for upcoming raids during all of event season. That is absolutely massive. Woo! Woo! There it is. 2v6 and 2v6. Let's head over to Jodo really quick and go grab the patch. Your freedom. Yeah. Woo. Why are we live again? More to do. More to do, more to do. We should grab the Charizard really quick. Ebojo, yeah, she's gonna be, she deserves it. She should be mad at me. I don't think she will be mad at me, but she should be. Let's grab the Zard. This guy's name, Alfartan. Alfartano is crazy. Oh, man. Anyways. Let's go back here. Okay. Wait, where's the... Oh, I'm stupid. Chat, where's the professor? Where's the lab in this? Oh, it's here. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're here in Johto, New Bark Town. I think this is the girl we talked to, the redhead girl. I've done it. Thanks to your excellence. Hit this ability patch. But yes! Ability patch fire. The first one ever on the Iron Man account. We use it. Look at this beautiful. We have it. We're going to have it for 2 seconds. And now we use it on a perfect raid Pokemon. Boom. We have a hidden ability Charizard. Perfect for raids on a fucking Iron Man account. I did this shit without trading or using the GTL. And it only took 700 hours. Woo! We did it, boys. That's a huge, huge accomplishment. That's fucking sick, dude. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. All right, and on that note, the quickest outro of any stream recap ever. History of my wife. He's going to Olive Garden. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, follow on Twitch. Have a good day. Fact